Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Other way. There it is.
We're going to watch this first before I introduce it.
A whole new gang we're going to.
Oh, no. Now you're prison Mike from The Office. We can't do that.
It does look like prison Mike.
We can't do that.
It's prison Mark, please.
Two.
This is my second bid.
Thank you, Mike. Hey, JG Evans, I always watch the replay. Finally catching you live. You guys are awesome. Hey, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I recognize your name from way, way back, so I appreciate you very much.
A long time ago.
A long, long time ago. Anyway, we're Not Great RPG, and we're here once again for the Fey Frontier RUSTFall. I almost said the city of Oshwamp.
Nope.
Where are we?
Not today.
Not
City
today.
of Rushmore.
Welcome to Orvigo.
That's the real throwback. Yeah, so we're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then after a brief recap, we'll pick up where we left off last week. Also, thank you, Mike, and fuck you as well.
I'm Glenn, and I play Damon, the Hex Hunter, and I was on one episode of Princess of the Apocalypse.
That's true.
I'm Savannah, and I play as Barry.
I'm John, and I play Ulysses.
I'm DJ. I play Mark II. I couldn't breathe with that over my mouth.
That makes sense.
Let's wet it and put it back on.
The dust.
Mecha waterboard.
I hate this.
I'm Sarah, and I play Genevieve.
I'm Chell. I play Andy.
I need you to rust board him something.
I will.
Thank you.
I will.
In the game, though.
Yeah.
Also.
Also.
Don't worry about that for legal reasons.
Yeah.
I'm Don, and I play everybody else. Yeah. So, last week, you guys were speaking with Alistair about the Glassjaws. He said that he would be glad to tell you what he knows. However, he's going to call you guys out by asking if you think that he's a fool. He calls out both Ulysses and Damon, the two additional signers, as being suspicious because Ulysses immediately coughed up information, and Damon said that they were involved the moment we brought them on, referring to the additional two people that had not signed the contract. Damon argued, offended, that he simply had someone else sign for this silly little train job, that he just participated and he almost passed on it. Ulysses backed him up, saying it's not odd for a benefactor to have someone else in his employ. Alistair relents, offers what knowledge he has of the Glassjaws. He indicates that they're new, but not green. They're former Grey Souls, which is a militant syndicate for hire, where every job is a black mark with their leader. They are ghosts with a contract clause. You don't hire the Glassjaws, you earn the opportunity to make them an offer. They often mask their jobs to look like something else. Syndicate violence, rust madness. They leave chaos wrapped in silence. They're barely a syndicate. They don't have turf. There are no territories. They just have results. They're led by a Lannan man named Breaker. You guys ask how you can find the Glassjaws, and Alistair says you don't. But if anybody can, it would be someone that he's worked with before, a strange codebreaker and cartographer of silence named Chime. She has no allegiances, no affiliations, just curiosity for the craft. She'll have an ask, not coin, and you'll need to pay it to get what you're looking for. You guys leave with the exception of Ulysses, who stays behind and asks Alistair a private question, ponders curiously about the nature of black mark jobs, that they're bound to blood, not bound by name. Alistair confirms his suspicion. Ulysses asks if Alistair needs the painting. The ledger on the back with a pile of ash still constitutes its fulfillment. Alistair indicates that no, ash will not do. Ulysses says that he hopes Alistair remembers that when they return. Alistair tosses him a simpler pair of glasses in order to identify the painting. As Ulysses points out, there's multiple forgeries floating around. We don't know if the one that we find is the real one unless we identify it. He tells you to validate, but do not read. Ulysses nods, goes out and joins everybody else. While Ulysses is in the room, Andy tells Damon, like, hey, buddy, I love you, but, like, you're going to get me killed a little bit with your words.
Poco.
And Damon says that he does not bend to the knee to a motherfucker like that, and that if anybody takes a bullet for his words, it'll be him. And Andy says, that's great, but what if we both get shot? And Damon says to remember rule number 37, never let him see you sweat, even if it's hotter than hellfire, and steps away swirling his lemonade.
It was lemon. It was lemon.
Barry and Genevieve admire the rust art around the room. Barry takes a quick sketch of the rust forged statue. Genevieve tells her, hey, maybe you shouldn't draw that because they might think that you're trying to like do something suspicious, like be a forger or something. And Barry's like, yeah, I don't think that's me. This is just like a technical diagram, not a forged document. But thank
also
you.
thank you.
Yeah, but thank you. You guys head out of the manor towards the belfry where one Chime is waiting. You guys discuss that you're not sure what to offer Chime and come to the conclusion that she will have a specific ask. Ulysses gives the glasses to Barry for inspection. She tucks it in her pocket full of pockets for safekeeping. You guys head into the Narrows, reach the belfry, a silent bell tower atop the soot line, which is a like ash-covered mountain underneath the earth in the Narrows. The belfry is covered with a litany of colored wires, tuning forks, and bits of metal in varying sizes. Barry steps on the stair and hums something honest, like the sound of the vibration of an engine. A wild-haired elven woman, Chime, sticks her head out, invites Barry inside. You guys walk into a room full of tuning forks, papers and strings from floor to ceiling, various pulleys and wires. It's rust implements. It's a chaotic workshop. Everybody else follows in at Chime's invitation. Barry discusses what she knows about this process, the process of using resonance to track things and how resonance is with the world. Per the Elder Scrabblers do this to resonate with the stars, to find paths in the burrows. Chime says that all living things, anything with a soul, rust included, has resonance. They're all different. One cannot escape their resonance, even if they change their appearance. You cannot truly change it. It is your line of fate. Everything that has happened and will happen to you defined by your resonance, though it fades rather quickly when you die, left with only an echo of what was. Mark II asks what his sounds like, and she says that it is a wide-open echo twinkling, but with something lurking behind the echo, a shadow in the dark. Barry gives her a bracelet that she makes from bits and bobs that she has on her. Chime gives her one in response, telling her to practice in the silence of the desert away from the noise to try to find the resonance, so that way she can someday listen to her own. Barry has Chime look at the glasses. Chime pulls Barry over to this, like, laser inspection thing, spins the glasses around, and Barry tunes in and listens to the resonance of the glasses. Chime shows her runes written on the top of the glasses as to how these glasses work. Mark asks about finding the Glassjaws. Chime laughs and says that their Glassjaws are different. Their collective resonance is a void, silence in the static. Hard to track because there are other voids in Beacon's End, and trying to find the very specific silence to locate the Glassjaws is very hard. Chime had been in the Grinning House in the Narrows, meeting someone who had echo tags, which are little metal discs that contain resonance. To get an echo tag for the Glassjaws on behalf of somebody else, the Ironvale Enclave raided and took something from everybody. From her, it was the echo tags. Her ask is that you go to the sorting annex at the edge of town and get the echo tags back so that way she can find the Glassjaws for you. She points out that Damon masks his resonance, and he says, well, maybe it's just dull. They talk about that a little bit. Damon relents, and his resonance sounds like a low pulse with nails on a chalkboard. But she says that there's something else there, a melody dancing in the silence, lurking behind the static. Alistair's resonance, as well as the person that gave her the Glassjaws. Alistair's resonance is like a fire, lower frequencies, but not a wildfire, controlled chaos. And the one who gave her the tag sounds like a low rumble with a soaring melody that dips down and buries itself within the rumble in an arc. Andy asks about rust madness, what it sounds like, and she says that it sounds like an overwhelming dissonance, screaming, pleading to be freed, tearing apart the resonance of the host. Andy's unsettled by this and is like, I'd like to leave. I hate all of that. Chime tells her that when too much rust is used, their resonances can clang against each other, causing dissonance too much, and it can cause a break, hence the madness. Andy ponders if there's a way to soothe the screams to stop the dissonance, and Chime says that she hasn't tried, but you would need to find a compatible frequency to wash the dissonance with. Ulysses steps, hands something to Chime, pressing it into her hand. She smiles at him, nods, and the party leaves. They head back to their rundown home, deciding that you are going to be pretending to be couriers of a wealthy man from Claralux, where the train was headed, with paperwork forged to pick up the particular echo tags that were taken, Ulysses acting as the courier and a disguised Damon as his bodyguard. Genevieve forges the paperwork using another black mark contract that Ulysses had on him, and as an example, with one Roland Bumbledore.
Bumbledore.
Is it Bumbledore?
Yeah.
Bumbledore.
Yeah. Look back at it, and yeah, it's Bumbledore.
I'll have to correct that. Rustricity expert in Claralux. You guys split into groups. Damon and Ulysses heading for the sorting annex. Genevieve and Andy dressing up and acting as casual shoppers nearby. Barry and Mark II hiding among the residential housing. All of you have the coins that Barry made ready to go. 1 buzz for help, 2 buzzes for backup. Ulysses and Damon walk towards the slowly spinning building just outside of the Luminarch Market, and we are picking up there.
Bo.
So,
Goblin.
Bo Boblin.
Well, Goblin.
Yeah, so tucked just behind the northern side of the Luminarch Market is the sorting annex, just past an old water depot. The sorting annex sits half sunken into the side of the rock of the mesa, the outside of it ever slowly spinning, almost imperceptibly, but enough. The building is a reinforced circular structure of polished stone and brushed iron. It's not beautiful, but it's very clearly solid and maintained. It is a very, very slow mechanical rotation. It's nearly silent. On the outside of the building, above the rusted sign that indicates that it is the sorting annex, are Iron Veil banners, which are a white and gray banner that are 3 squares in a almost pseudo-triangular pattern. The titular mask of the Iron Veil Enclave over the top of these squares, so like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Triangle down over the top, and a spire descending up out from behind both of them, hanging above the intake doors. You two see 2 Iron Veil Enclave guards standing on either side of the doors, and the 2 of you approach the sorting annex as we stand in the upside of Beacon's End.
Is there a door?
There is a door.
I'll approach yonder door.
Yeah, 2 of you walk up. The guards cross their spears in front of the door. Business.
Collecting stuff here on behalf of Roland Bumbledore. I have a requisition for him. I would hold out. It's that paperwork.
Yeah, he takes it from you and looks. Best of luck. Pulls the spears back and the doors swing open.
Give him a nod of the hat and step inside.
I'll hold the door open for Ulysses.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bo.
Yeah. 2 of you step inside. Inside, it's a little bit like a doctor's office-y vibe in the entrance.
Okay.
It's a kind of pie-shaped entranceway that goes out. There are several stalls with people behind them with glass-paned windows in front of them. There are iron panels on the wall etched with that same Iron Veil symbol. You can hear a mild hum of rust equipment in this entire space. There are very clearly scrying orbs and lined rust pipes on the ceiling running from the doors up back above this back wall where these clerks are sitting. There is a sign that says, "No public visitation, intake only." Behind the clerks, as you get closer to this front area, you can see that the floor behind them is ever so slightly rotating, and through the space behind them, you can see that there are rows and rows of desks that are bolted to the floor with clerks sitting with a pile of objects next to them being sorted into different areas, sticking things into columns as it rotates past them into various cubbies of different colors. There is not a lot of clutter. It looks very organized and sorted.
Okay. How many clerks?
There are 4 clerks.
Could you give me brief descriptions of each of these clerks that I might
Absolutely.
select what one is best?
Absolutely. You can see that the left-hand side, you can see that there is a half-elf with half-moon glasses on a little, like, string on the edge of her nose. Her workstation looks very clean and organized. You can see that there is a younger dwarf in the second spot. He has one of his 2 feet up on the desk and has like a large mug of some steaming liquid next to him and a stack of papers on the other side. You can see that there is another foxfolk in the third spot. Yeah, yes, there is. Who has very like sharp looking eyes, very like stark, like bright blue eyes, and also looks to be pretty organized. And then all the way on the right, there's a gate in front of that 4th one.
Like it's sealed? Like the person is not there?
Yeah, like they're closed. There's a person sitting behind it, but there's a gate in front of it.
How old does the half-elf woman look?
Young-ish for an elf. Hard to gauge the exact age, but doesn't look old.
Okay.
She looks more fey than
How well dressed?
pretty well dressed, like nice blouse, bracelet on her arm.
How about that young dwarf man?
He's dressed a little less nicely. He's got just some like simple cloth clothing. He's
Okay.
has like a weird like rust cigar implement of sorts. He has a vape.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Canonic.
Fuck boy.
Soundcloud playing in the background.
How far away are we?
You
In
guys are
terms
about.
of like where we are within the like
Sure.
5-10 feet of the
Yeah.
entrance to them.
It's like 20 feet in because there's
Okay.
like a large waiting area where you can see that there are like well-defined, drawn-out lines to kind of have
Social
pseudo
distancing lines.
Yes. No, like more like lines to line up in
Yeah.
front of the different things. But
Yeah.
yes, then there are little
The
social
goddamn
distancing lines
DMV.
going on.
Right, literally.
Next.
Are there other people in here either dropping off or anything like that? Doesn't look like there's-
Currently empty.
Okay, well, that's great news then.
Yeah.
Quite fortuitous. I would direct myself towards the half-elven woman. Yeah, I would step towards her. Is there like chair, or is it just like a standing stall where
Standing
she is
stall.
seated behind?
She's seated on an elevated chair.
Okay. Am I tall enough to be at whatever ledge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you'd
wasn't
have
sure
to
what-
like tiptoe a little bit. I'd say there's boxes underneath if you need
Is
to.
it like flat wall, like a bank counter type thing where it's like
yeah,
flat
kind of.
wall and they all have their own sections, or is there like bump outs kind of separating each? of them?
There's bump outs for each one, but they're kind of like slightly curved, and then there's like a column, another one.
So
Just
there is
for, like,
a
some
sense
privacy.
of privacy.
yeah.
All right,
Ver-
good.
yeah, mild privacy, but
Yeah.
yes, there is.
All right.
Mild.
As he approaches that counter, I'll stand up next to the corner and just sort of cross my arms and face the other pillar.
Yep.
I think that's fine there, Bo. Thank you. And then, yeah, if there's like a small, maybe like 1 foot tall platform that I could stand up and be kind of prominent in front of her, just pardon me, miss. Simple request, straightforward and easy. I do not want to take up much of your time or clutter that lovely desk of yours. And I would just slide the paperwork towards her.
Yeah, she reaches, pulls it. She like pulls a pen from over her ear and just kind of notates. Reaches off to the side, pulls out a paper from like several different forms, slides it down, notates it. Please write the specific description of the item that you'd want on this form, and she takes the pen and like points under the desk. I need you to sign here, here, and here, and the name of the person that is reclaiming the item at the top.
My name or my benefactors, ma'am?
Benefactor at the top, your signature.
Fantastic. Absolutely. I would give the 2 descriptions of the 2 echo tags And then I would initial subsequently, sign my name, and write Roland Bumbumbledore at the top.
Yep. She
Slide
slides
it
back
back.
through. All right. Just give me a quick moment. And she reaches over and pulls like a string behind her, and you hear a bell ring in the distance. And a like medium-sized Kenku boy rushes through the like desks as they're spinning, kind of dodging and weaving until he gets to the counter. She reaches back with the form, hands it to him. He takes it, dashes off into the distance. Anything else I can help you with today?
Oh, no, ma'am. I understand the services you provide here, and it would be remiss of me to bother you any further. I thank you for your prompt attention.
Of course. Thank you.
I would just kind of check my pocket wench.
Pocket bitch?
Yeah, my pocket wench.
How are you doing in there?
Silence.
That's just my pocket
I would
bitch.
genuinely bother her no further.
Sure. What are the outside folk doing? Waiting?
Just listening out, pretending
Yeah.
to peruse. Yeah.
Looking through some hairpins.
Yeah.
You're not actually shopping?
I'm on a tight budget.
I think Mark 2 would be keeping his eye on the door to the entrance.
Sure.
Making sure no one like tries to run up on him.
Yeah. You don't see anything in the meantime.
Actually,
Try not to look
I'm
conspicuous.
gonna run up on him.
the place that I'm looking at,
Now
does
that
have
I know it's an option.
scrolls.
Scrolls, like
Yeah.
magic scrolls?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything of note?
What are you looking for?
Magic scrolls.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
So
Yeah.
just as a quick thing, because
Yeah.
we don't often use scrolls in
Yeah.
like any of our campaigns.
Okay.
You can have ones that are at a level that are blank,
Okay.
or you can have ones that are like single use of a specific spell. So
Gotcha.
that's what he's asking, just to be clear.
I think I'm looking more for potions.
Potions.
Yes.
So not scrolls.
Drinkable
Not scrolls.
scrolls.
Sorry. Drinkable scrolls. Yes.
Sure.
You're gonna have to be more specific. Next.
Older gnome man. What are you looking for?
God damn it.
You're gonna have to be more
I
specific.
hate this.
Is he wearing like a beige sweater?
Yeah.
I hate this. I'd like to go home.
Next.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking to see if you happen to have any potions.
Yes, specifically, you looking to heal, harm, titillate? What are you looking
I'm
for?
just looking to peruse. Preferably heal, but
Send me to the titillate section.
you have a titillate section?
That's right over there behind the black curtain.
Oh my. Preferably heal,
It says no
but
halflings.
if you happen to have, I mean, I'm just here to peruse.
All right. Take a peek amongst the wares. If you need any assistance, please let me know.
Thanks. What's your name?
Phyllis.
I love it.
The old no man. I love him.
Yeah, Phil. You know?
Yeah. Phil is. Philip is.
Phyllises.
Yeah, I would look to see if there's any like potions of healing, like any types of poisons, anything
Sure.
that
Frost giant strength.
frost giant strength.
Yeah, there's basic healing potions. The 2d4 plus
sitting
4.
Yeah.
And then there is
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
44
you're right.
plus 4.
Plus 2. Right, 2d4 plus 2. Potions, there's also like a basic poison. He doesn't have a lot of poison. There's just like very basic weapon coating poison.
Okay. I'll take one of the potions of healing.
Okay. That'll be 2 gold.
How much gold do I even have?
You have an amount of gold.
Do I have 2?
Yes.
Yours too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Don't forget the titillate section.
I'm gonna go poke my head at the titillate
Forget to
section.
titillate on your way out.
There's a lot of drugs back there.
This is Phyllis's smut dungeon.
Smunging. What's in the titillating section?
Yeah.
Chains, whips, a mace.
No potions.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Little blue potions. If healing lasts more than 4 hours, call more ladies.
They work faster if you shoot them.
This just says tingling potion. What does this do?
This one you just drink, you just you just start vibrating
Oh,
around
God.
the room.
Yeah, I would say that you see stuff that is very clearly not labeled with like drug names, but it's definitely drugs. Like there's
Not weed.
no. Let me see.
Jeremiah.
Yeah. Let me see what you have on your list.
There's a little sign in the corner that
I'll-
says if it rhymes
I'll
with
follow her
song,
to the-
Okay.
you're not allowed to say it.
To see whatever's behind this.
It's merely a
mystery
water
or-
pipe.
Yeah.
Is there any green ones that like resemble a lime or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
There's absolutely small little vials of green dust.
Did we get a green dust? Yeah.
Green
Look at this
dust.
one.
Ooh, yeah, I would love. How much for the green dust?
It's 10 gold an ounce.
I don't know how much gold I have, but you talk a good. Can I?
It's at
It's
inventory.
in inventory. You would have 10 gold.
Well, but I already spent 2
So you
on.
So you don't have 10 gold.
You guys probably had like 25 to 50 gold apiece.
Yeah, I have 35 gold in my inventory. If you need 12 to buy the 2 things, I'll just
I'm
have
at
given
37,
them.
so I can spot
Any
you.
any chance I could bargain for 7 gold?
9.
8.
All right.
6. Aha, you went down.
You have a small little vial of zest.
Whoa! All right.
Alright, so what was it? Okay, so it'd be 10. Is what you were paid? What you paid total?
8. I have a
No,
single
no,
gold.
with both.
10
Yes,
total.
10.
Okay,
Yes,
give
yes.
yourself 10 because I would have just
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks.
Because if I knew you were gonna go like actually go shopping, like I would have given you cash.
Yep.
Ain't it great being married, Jill?
In game.
You said you were window shopping.
I did say it was window shopping.
That's what
Had
I'm
I known
saying.
that dynamic was going to happen, I would have picked a different way for my character to come in. 'Cause that feels real on the nose now.
Sarah, you also looking for anything? Or just you're there?
I'm there.
This is my
I'm
best friend.
perusing. I'll
Hello.
probably
He's
buy
around.
Something pretty just to keep up the
Sure.
the pretense of
Yeah, yeah, yeah. About like a flower crown or
like
something.
a little like a hairpin or something.
Sure, yeah, like a little hairpin.
Yeah.
A gun.
Something pretty.
Yeah.
I have one of those already. I don't need another.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
guys
I'm doing.
Buy your things.
Yep.
Whatever that costs.
A gold.
1 gold.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you were gonna go get some food? I think you guys were staking out like a food cart.
Were we?
You guys
I
are in like a
think so.
residential area.
Yeah, we were in like residential
Yeah.
area.
You guys are like hiding in the alleys.
Oh, okay.
Just keeping an eye to make sure there's no one like creeping at the door or anything.
Yeah, I would have. I think I would just be sitting there, analyzing my sketches.
Sure.
And just pondering over what, the last episode was about, just resonance in general and
Yeah.
all my various questions about it.
Yeah.
I think muttering to myself very faintly about some things, trying to like think things through.
Sure.
But if Mark 2 tries to talk to me, I shut him up.
I can help. Fuck you.
I mean, DJ was going to say you like knock on him occasionally because he rings.
I love that. You hit a shin, it makes a different noise.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, we'll cut back into the sorting annex itself. About 15 minutes has gone by. Apologies for the delay.
I hope all is quite well within the sorting annex, man.
I hope so as well. She turns as a taller elven figure steps behind her and whispers in her ear. I apologize, but your item has been purchased by someone within the city, one Richard Tannenbaum.
And how long ago were my objects purchased, man?
These objects were purchased just this very day. They were due to be sent out. I'm not sure how they were purchased. Most of the things here are either sent to markets down in the Underflame or sent out to other cities. These were scheduled to be on a cart sent to the nearest train depot, but they were purchased. So they unfortunately are not here.
I understand. sometimes situations like these do arise, but hope you do not mind me asking, what this gentleman look like? I would love to pay him a visit and see if I could purchase them at higher than what he done pay.
Of course, you are not familiar with Mr. Tannenbaum?
No, ma'am, I'm not.
All right. Well, Richard Tannenbaum is Beacon's End's most reliable gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Wealthy raccoon folk, lives in the High Spire, owns numerous rust reclamation businesses. It's a very well-known name in the city. Are you new?
Oh, I was sent here to correct this issue. I did arrive
Yes.
this morning with my escort.
Of course, my mistake. Yes, Mr. Tannenbaum lives in the High Spire.
Understood.
Yes, down towards the far end. Clear other side over the market, up all the way to the edge.
Thank you kindly for your trouble, ma'am.
Of course. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Did you say he was the most notable or most reliable?
The most reliable, Beacon's End's most reliable gentleman.
Whatever that means.
Sounds like a prostitute.
Acts like a duck.
He's not on your NPC list if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was trying to find.
Okay. Yeah, he's not on there.
I don't know where my list is. It's one of these papers.
Yep.
I try to keep them organized and.
What did the elf man that came over and spoke there look like?
Very tall, slender, pale elven man. Pulled back black hair into a ponytail. Full moon glasses. Slight scar under his left eye.
Like straight line, crack?
Like straight line down.
Okay. Only from lid down, nothing on bridge or brow?
No, just lid down.
Did he look like extremely old or anything like that? And then what was his dress?
He's dressed in like a more formal, like businessy suit style, like managery.
Yeah.
He is older, but not old, not elderly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, older than her, but not elderly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I would just simply tip my cap and since the paperwork is obviously unsatisfactory, if you do not mind, I would prefer to be able to take it over to this Mr. Tannenbaum so this way I can showcase to him whose employ I'm in.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank
She
you.
slips the paperwork under. Do you need the reclamation form as well?
If you do not mind, ma'am, I think that would, highlight to him how sincere in this matter I am that I came here for these goods.
Of course. Slips it under.
Much appreciated, madam.
Of course. Have a wonderful day. If there's anything else that I can help you with, apologize that we could not locate your object today. If there are other things that you need to requisition in the future, most of the time we recommend that you purchase them at the market when they are sent out. But in this instance, obviously, this was property belonging to a different person, so it's a bit of a different procedure.
Understood. And you said these goods often make their way to the Underflame?
Yes, many of them do. Some go to some of the wealthier merchants up here in Beacon's End. Many of them are sent out to other cities and dispersed across. It depends on what the Iron Veil deems necessary. Things that are a bit more unwanted usually end up in the Underflame. Mysterious rust objects, the unknowns.
Yes, understood. Things that could be, dangerous items that do not belong in the hands of folk that, have much to lose.
Yes, things like your tags are generally sent to the brokers for cataloging. Again, not certain how these slip through the cracks.
Mr. Tannenbaum himself come in and make the purchase?
I was not here when he did. I just saw the paperwork.
Is the elven man still here within
Yes.
the vicinity?
Yes.
Pardon me, sir. I hope you do not mind. I am simply trying to ensure that my benefactor's property makes its right way back to him. Did Mr. Tannenbaum himself make this purchase, or did he have so similarly an esquire or courier make it?
An esquire.
Did this esquire have a name, sir, if you don't mind?
Yes. Man's name was Mask. Raccoon folk.
Similar, all right. Appreciate you, sir. I thank you both quite kindly for your time. Lovely day to y'all.
Of course, have a lovely day.
Yeah, turn. Just kind of walk right by Bo. Journey continues, my friend. Journey continues. I know. Don't I know? If all fares well, we'll be back on a train by sundown. Head out.
Yep. You guys head back into the
Hold the door open for
Market.
you again.
Thank you again, Bo. I would tip my cap to the two Ironvale Enclave that are outside.
They just nod, unmoving otherwise with their spears.
Yeah. I would take like a step down if there was like any staircase ascending up, and I would halt on the stairs and turn back to them.
Sure.
Pardon me, gentlemen. I know it's not quite your position to insert yourself in matters that are outside of what the Ironvale Enclave deem necessary, but I would be remiss if I did not ask, were the two of you gentlemen here earlier this day?
Yes,
Did you by chance see a younger raccoon man come in?
we did.
Thank you. A lovely day, gentlemen.
They just nod.
Yeah, I would walk back out, roughly to the point at where we had split off.
Sure.
And I would just stand there with Bo and just kind of find like a spot to hang out at for a few moments, do my best to like blend in and just be innocuous and wait for everybody else to come over and gather.
Yep.
Yeah, if we see them
Yeah,
walking
you see
out
the guys walk out,
be-
and you see them coalesce.
innocuously.
Yapping
by.
about something. Be like, oh my, would you look at the time? I think we're running late.
I think we are running late. Thank you for the reminder. Yes, it was a pleasure doing business with you.
Have a lovely
Ma'am?
day. Sir,
Sir,
Phil is
Phil.
retired.
All right.
He's work.
But
Yeah. what-
none of my business.
Nope. Does he own that shop, or was he?
Is there a sign that's on the outside of the...
Yeah,
What's it say?
Phil's potions.
Okay.
PP, dude.
PP.
Gotta hit up the local PP.
Is it
It's
big,
franchise.
big store, small store?
It's
Average.
Pretty, yeah, it's
It's
It's on
wide.
the smaller side. Yeah, it's really wide.
It's really wide.
Yeah, it's on the smaller side. Yeah,
Space for curtains.
yeah.
I would... Are you guys stopped, or are you guys, like, meandering?
Yeah, we're stopped.
Okay. Stand nearby. Did you get the thing?
No, we have another task ahead of us.
Oh my god.
Subsequent visitation.
Where to now?
Have either you seen Barrier Mark II?
Look down where they said they were going.
Last we parted, they were looking for something to eat, I think.
If you don't mind fetching them.
Sure. Go back that way and see if we can find them.
Sure. Yeah, you see him over there.
There's not many big brass men.
That you know of.
True.
You see Barry just like looking at paper scattered on the ground, muttering to herself a little bit. Every so often looking up at the building.
I would just like whistle real loud and just
Just a second there. I'll figure out where I leave off. Jeez. I shove it all in my pockets.
Yeah, your pocket of pockets.
Yes. And get up and going. And also while we're walking there, so what's the deal? How'd it go?
nothing.
Nothing. All right. Well, at least it was nothing and not too much of something.
I guess. Let's get back, try and figure out what the hell happened. we're back.
And I assume Mark too is following
Oh, yeah.
us.
Yeah.
He's just
He's
I
still
watched the door.
Hodor.
I did not see Damon leave the building.
It didn't happen.
He's
I didn't see it.
disguised. I did not see Damon leave the building.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you guys are all back together in the center of the square, just surrounded by people wandering about.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a large enough crowd, I would just kind
Yeah.
of speak quite lowly, do my best to not draw any attention. The items were already sold to a Mr. Richard Tenenbaum. I know where he lives, and I assume that that is where we go with quite a level of haste, as I do not want these items to make their way outside of Beacon's End. That kind of tracking will be much more difficult than just simply showing up to the man's house and attempting to broker a deal.
Absolutely.
The plan is to
Talk to
broker a
him.
deal and talk to him.
Talk to him.
Go and requisition what's ours.
Still have the paperwork. I left nothing behind at the sorting annex.
Did you give him your name?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Is this Richard Tenenbaum an honorable man? Will he abide by the form you give him?
I have no idea, Andy. We'll learn that when we get there.
Until then, though, we should stay apart somewhat. A requisition form looking for these very specific things may have brought a little bit of something onto us. So just assume that we have eyes on us.
He owns a lot of stores also within the area, so I would recommend that if you are perusing things within the High Spire, that you be quite careful who you buy from and what you purchase.
I suppose now's probably not a good time to mention that I was looking in one of the stores, and I figured if we're going to be getting ourselves into a bit of trouble, it wouldn't hurt to have a healing potion. And considering the weight that Zest has in this community, I might have purchased some as a bargain in case we need to make such with folks.
Do you feel safe holding on to that?
I mean, I dare somebody to try and take it from me. It's pretty snug.
All right.
I would trust the doctor with it any day.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you'll do. I'm joking.
Mr. Tenenbaum is on the other side of the High Spire.
Check your coin purse.
Bo,
Yes, boss. We ready to move?
decent walk ahead.
Oh, I think so.
Shall we go for a stroll then?
Good evening, ladies.
We are late to our meeting.
Yes, our meeting.
I would start making my way into the direction that I was indicated by the people.
Sure. Yeah.
If I was, I'm assuming you would tell us where this meeting place.
Just that he's on the other side of the High Spire.
Then we would
That was all I
follow.
was told.
Yeah, far side of the high spire, other side of the market.
Did you tell us that he was a raccoon folk?
Nope.
Or his name.
His courier.
I
No,
did
you
say
said
his
his
name.
name.
I said his name.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
said
it.
that he was also.
He is
a
also a
raccoon.
raccoon folk. you
Yeah,
said.
I couldn't remember if I said
Yes,
that or not.
they
Yes, he
both
is.
were.
Yeah.
And it's assumed that Tannenbaum, we don't know that he like purchased them. It's just that he has them.
No, he purchased.
From what I said, he purchased them. Yeah.
Well,
And we're
his
just going to barter to
associate.
get them back.
You don't know that.
You didn't
We
say.
know- Yeah.
Oh, you just said that he. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Making my way.
And it's
Yep.
echo tags, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, 2 of them.
I need you. I'm gonna miss you. And
I love
now
you.
I'm walking.
I love you, sing, Bo.
Yeah, you guys make your way through the market, back up one of the paths to the second layer, across the walkway into the High Spire, and as you were told, down towards the end. There are a litany of large manors as you approach the far end.
This goblin folk, he had 3 eyes, and then he stopped and lost his eyes. Are we almost there?
Bo, I'm not quite certain. Obviously, there are a handful of buildings, and we were not told specifically which one of them belonged to Mr. Tenenbaum.
Is there a big flashing sign that says Dick Tenenbaum's house?
The fact that he is described as a gentleman, though, would give me some precursor to expect the kind of man that he is. I would look for some kind of a matter that looked like it might be befitting for either a courtyard or some kind of external terrace that might be capable of entertaining folk.
Sure.
Oh, hussy house.
Oh, not a fancy
Yeah,
restaurant.
like little cages outside with people dancing in them.
Big boots.
Yeah, I would say that you find...
Goblin Club.
Go goblin.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have a sign of like the old sucking fuck, but like, you know, that's the vibe that I've interpreted from the
Weirdly
situation.
enough,
That was the sign that was on Phil's place.
weirdly enough, it says Dick sucking fuck.
I mean, his name
Yeah.
is Richard.
Yeah,
Tricky
you
Dicky
see a large manor, the last one in the row, at the very edge of the high spire. A large brick and brass manor that is basically like someone took a piece of the Narrows and brought it up here. There is a lot of rust. There's a lot of neon along the top of the fence line. It's very ornate, but weirdly out of place up here. It's bricked up, yeah. It is bricked up. There are like brass and glass tubes that make up the fence post with like glowing gas inside of the ends of them, illuminated in various colors.
Love a good noble gas.
Yeah, we do love a good noble gas here.
What about the dishonest gases?
Evil gas.
The surf gases.
Yeah, so there's a large gated yard as the group of you walk in the direction of this manor. It is a wide open, well kept, like stone lawn, different colors of gravel that kind of swirl together like rivers. There is a ornate stamped stone walkway that curves from the gate up towards the manor, which is set very far back. Alistair's was a little bit closer and had like garden things. This is full of like various pieces of rust ships that are just in the yard scattered about, like a very eclectic artwork, but not like the statue. Like this is just a piece of a ship that was hauled up here and put. There are like a tree made of bits of wires that are wrapping up that have bits and pieces on the end. There is a very large standing porch at the back of this house, elevated overlooking this yard. There are two columns that support that. That slopes up towards the roof where there is a very large like overlook room at the top. Very ornate, very weird.
Yeah.
Gates are closed, unlike Alistair's, which were open.
Yeah. Are there any individuals either on the inside or within the vicinity of the exterior?
Yes, you can see that there are people meandering around this garden.
Yeah, I would approach literit's anyone. Doesn't really matter.
Let me in.
Pardon me, folks. I don't mean to interrupt your evening, but it's important to me that I find the manor of Mr. Tenenbaum.
Yeah, an incredibly well-dressed raccoon folk in like a red dress walks over to the fence line. What business you got with Mr. Tannenbaum?
I'm looking to make a deal for some items belonging to a benefactor of mine that I hear he has purchased earlier this day. And I must be on my way by tomorrow, and well, I can make a handsome offer to Mr. Tenenbaum on behalf of my proprietor.
She reaches out and like puts her hand on the side of your face. A lot of big words.
How old is this child that we're speaking with?
Not a 5-year-old kid.
No.
Oi, mister!
I know.
Spent a long time with the right kind of individuals, and yeah, you pick up their language, but I understand what you mean.
Looking to buy something?
Indeed I am. 2 echo tags bought this morning.
Just love this voice. Can I help you with something?
Nancy, his seat's taken.
Certainly. Let me go get them for you.
2 echo tags purchased this morning down by the sorting annex. I got a man that need them. Because they're his. And I need to bring them back.
Mr. Tannenbaum's a little busy, but you can come wait inside.
As I said, I need to leave by the morning. The train back for Claire Lux won't wait.
He won't be long. She just traces a finger along your face and walks over to the gate, unlatches
So,
it, and
so
pulls it
as
up.
a thing, how old is this individual?
Like 30.
All right, I would nip at her finger then.
Okay.
Not aggressively.
Yeah.
Not snarling with teeth, but like I recognize where the fuck this house is.
Yeah.
Ulysses, no, bad touch. Down, boy, down. He doesn't like it when you touch his face. Back of the neck, nice and slow.
Does she open the gate?
Yeah, she does. As you nip at her, she pulls the gate
I
open.
must say that I won't mind waiting, as long as you are waiting with me.
I could make myself available.
I'm sure
She
you
just
can.
like drags the gate really loudly on the stone.
It's a push gate.
And she's just like, hey.
I'm just like standing here, like looking down at both of them, and this awkward thing happening.
Yeah, she's like leaning on it and just pulling the gate open.
And I'll look at Ulysses.
It's just screaming.
I think it's probably best, actually, when, as she's like pulling it and it's making an obnoxiously loud fucking noise.
Yeah.
When he does that, I would whisper, I think it's probably best that you don't come inside with me for this one. I feel things might get out of paw quite quick.
Yeah, no, I got a job.
Should we have 4 episodes now? You really are a bard.
I've been let loose, Mark II.
Yeah, I got a job.
We haven't let him play a bard yet.
Fancy jobs inside, I'm certain. Follow this lady.
Yeah. Are the rest of you with them?
No.
Okay.
We would have been
Yeah.
apart and walking there in groups,
Yeah.
like to
Yeah,
avoid
like
suspicion.
within eyesight of
Yeah.
where they are, but
Okay.
not there.
So I imagine we witnessed the whole flirtation
Absolutely.
that happened.
You would have
Pulling
just
a push
seen like,
door, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I wish that was the sound the gate made, actually.
I pull
I
out
mean,
like
did you just record him doing that?
while the door's creaking, I just pull out like a little thing, like a vial of something that's like WD-40, and just fucking
I
Just impulsively run over.
I literally have a vial of oil.
yeah,
from the
basically, and go grease the fence.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Like, oh, excuse me.
I just can't with that sound.
Did you get hired to fix the gate?
No, I'm doing you a. Why am I British? No, no.
We hired someone to fix the gate.
Yeah, that'll be.
Who
20.
the fuck are you?
I'm with her. That'll be 20 gold.
You the oil can?
Yeah, the oil comes from me. I produce the oil. That'll be 20 gold.
We prepaid.
No.
No.
Make a deception check, I guess.
Fucking God.
I can't wait to hear the nat one then.
And that's 20.
Well, I rolled a nat 1, so there we go. Opposite sides of the
He
same
said
coin.
no.
Very convincingly.
You'll have to come inside and get your money then.
You best handle them after you handle me.
I got 2 hands.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, indeed, you do. So you're gonna have a wonderful time inside. I
The
guarantee
circus
it.
know this, my god.
Here we find
Ulysses,
ourselves again.
Ulysses is going to be your favorite man in the world.
He
Adventures
took
of
me to the
Ulysses
circus and
Mark
then
II,
to the
my
whole
God.
house.
Giving you the full experience.
No, to be fair, I lied my way into the world.
I can't.
Genevieve and Andy are like a little down the street, and she's got a compact looking behind her, fixing her, like pretending to, fix her face. And
What's
just
going
like,
on?
I don't even know how to describe what I'm
Well, try your
witnessing here.
best. What's going on? Did they get it?
Well, Ulysses is going in with some raccoon lady. And
Like the lady of the house?
I hope not.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck this man's wife.
Please don't.
and
I'm gonna call her baby.
I get to do it all over again, Doc.
Baby.
for some reason, Mark
her name?
II's
Edith.
following.
Wait, Mark II's going?
Yeah,
Where's Damon?
Damon's standing outside
Walking
the gate.
behind Ulysses.
We're trying to be
Oh,
so
you're-
coy, and I'm just.
I mean, the gate did just make an obnoxious
Yeah.
noise.
Barry, you following Mark II in to get your payment for the gate?
Yeah, I'm putting my stuff away.
Okay.
Now Barry's
If you
going
want
in
me to
too.
go, I can handle it.
Should we go?
We have no reason to be over there. I don't know why they're going in.
Mark II,
I
you,
think they have a
you
reason
saying
to
you
be over
don't
there.
want to
I'm so confused.
experience what's
Well,
inside?
No, I'm saying I can go in for you. You don't have to come if you don't
Oh, well,
want to.
I think they want the employees to be collecting the payment. I did the work, you produced the oil.
That's true. You're the one who knows where it goes. For me, I would just spray it all over.
Sir, might I suggest you invest in a can in the future? Some kind of receptacle
can-
for that?
Yeah, we can figure out something to plug that up.
As we're walking up to the house, at this point, I think I'm in the back of the pack now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach in my pocket and pull out like a little bit of fleece and turn around and like cast minor illusion.
Yeah.
Can I make the gate just again?
Yeah, and she turns.
I know it's not prestidigitation, but I was like, can I just do something with the gate to make it creak again?
Yeah, she just turns around.
Oh, create a sound. There we go. Perfect.
It ain't oiled enough.
God damn. All right, well, guess I gotta stay out here then. I look at Mark II and walk back to the
I already
fence.
made the oil.
Well, why don't you go fix the fucking gate then? You over here trying to get paid for something you ain't even done yet. Now piss off, we got business.
When it's fixed, come in, get your payment.
We'll have it fixed by the time you come back out.
We might be able to take a lunch, so come on.
When you come out, we'll have it fixed. We'll be here ready for payment.
All right.
What are they, part of the gate union?
The fences, yeah.
I'm sitting there just pretending to look at it
They're
and
talking
bang
to
it
each
around.
other. And now Barry and Mark II are turning around.
So they're not going in?
I guess not.
Where's Damon? Damon's still out there?
Damon now is
Where's Ulysses?
Ulysses is following this woman.
I'm walking behind Ulysses.
I think Damon's also following them.
What in the hell is going on?
I don't
Damn.
know.
Oh my lord. Do they still have the buttons on them? The little buggies?
I assume so.
Little boogies.
Good lord.
I don't know.
Because when you press the button, it's time to boogie.
I hope they know what they're doing.
They're doing something.
Yeah, they usually fucking are.
Yeah. All right. The two of you walk up to this manor, this large. There's like multiple sets of large doors in front of this house. It's not just one door.
I hold every single one of them for Ulysses.
Pays to have good help.
Yeah.
What's your name, dog?
Edith.
Is that with an E or an A-E, ma'am?
A-E.
Oh, yes, it is.
Edith.
Eight.
What's your middle name?
You'd be surprised.
How
Edith,
long
you'd be
you
surprised.
been hanging around here, Edith?
About a year.
And you like it? They treat you good?
Yeah.
You want someone to treat you better?
Yeah.
It's the empty stare from the mask. Whenever I say anything, just like,
It's the funniest goddamn thing ever.
know.
I just constantly look over and it's like, I think he's looking somewhere over here and I'm just like,
What race is he?
what is going on?
Raccoon folk.
There's nothing behind them eyes.
could you describe said red dress?
Yeah, it's
You're a raccoon in a dress.
Yes.
No,
That's what
more
it is.
detail
No,
needs to be set into this world, Chell.
No, I'm fine with it being a pillowcase with holes for
Please describe this furry.
She's got a little princess crown on.
Deep neckline,
Hell yeah.
very thin straps,
All right.
long.
Long.
Big natural.
Like two. I was yeah. Does it like go down to like the floor? Does it look like she's wearing shoes or anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she has heels on.
Okay.
Toe heels.
What?
They have the toes. No. Well, because raccoons have.
So do people.
Have you ever seen me wear a pair of flip flops? It's like that. They just sort of
They're just
over the end of the shoe.
They're too small, Glenn.
It's the toe fountain.
My toes are just so long.
God, I can't
have
wait to clip
raccoon
this.
feet.
What else?
Yeah, she got a golden
Does she
chain.
have jewelry or anything like
Gold
that?
chain.
Gold chain. She got some rings.
She got 2 chains.
Big clock. Very, very elegant.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, you-
Looks like so. Having been in Claire Lux, does it look genuinely like it is finely made?
Yes, absolutely.
Of the standard to which I am familiar.
Yes.
Your Mr. Tenenbaum give you this dress, Edith?
Yeah.
You got more like it?
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Is she just lost in my eyes? Like, what's happening?
No.
Yeah.
She's walking, just
Yeah.
leading you towards the house. I like this one.
Red's your favorite color? Mm-hmm. Quite suits you, Edith.
Thank you.
Where's your waiting rooms?
And she walks in, and you can see that there is a very large marble floor, very high ceiling. There are more people just sitting around in like large armchairs around this space. There is more like rust implements hanging from the ceiling on the walls. Everywhere in this space. There's wires hanging with more of those neon lights. There are bookshelves with alcohol floor to ceiling. There's people everywhere.
Do the individuals inside look like they are comprised almost equally of patrons and attendants? Most people then distracted?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it just looks like people are
Yeah.
kind of waiting
Oh,
for. They're not necessarily here for
for a
this.
party, they're
Yeah.
here for...
Some are, depending
Okay.
on their level of dress. But there's definitely people here that are just waiting. They're sitting with a drink with a person.
Okay, so is there, you said there's like shelves with liquor. Does it look like there are any people that are like bartenders or servers or anything like
Serve
that that are
yourself.
walking around? Serve yourself.
Yep.
Okay. You said it's a big wide open marble floor.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in here that is either automatically like a rust instrument that is playing music, or are there any individuals playing music, or is it pretty silent outside of just ambient conversation?
Yeah, there is a there's a set of wind chimes that are spinning on the ceiling that are echoing around the space. So it's kind of reverby, and there's like small. There's like a motor that's spinning wires against like pieces of metal. So it's really weirdly reverby, spacey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when we get inside then and I kind of take a gander around. Well, Edith, I'd appreciate it if you let whoever know that Mr. Tenenbaum has a guest awaiting him.
Oh, he already know.
Oh, do he? Can he hear?
It's me.
He watching?
She reaches down into her dress and pulls out a very similar tag to what Barry has. You can see that it's like very slightly pulsing. Slips it back into her dress.
Thank you. In the meantime, you ever danced before, Edith?
Sometimes.
You got a favorite kind?
I kind of just like to go with the flow. Spin around where the world takes me.
Well, then you don't mind if I lead? No, I would take her hand absolutely then and lead her in like a beautiful, initially slow moving, kind of like let her get the feel
Sure.
and the pace for it, and then move into a more classical style of dance, like a waltz or a tango, even if the music is not necessarily befitting it.
Sure. Yeah.
Where the fox loves a raccoon.
Yeah, she goes clearly very experienced with
Is
dancing.
she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she follows your lead pretty handily.
While we're dancing, then I would ask, who taught you to dance?
Mr. Tannenbaum.
He's a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
Quite talented if you only been a year and you this good. You danced before you come here?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you before you were Mr. Tannenbaum's girl?
Claire Lux.
You were in Clay Lux too.
Mm-hmm.
Where you work? Or house? The old sucking foot.
You too, huh?
It's franchised in every city now.
Ballad and Blossom.
When?
About a year ago, before I left. Only about 6 months.
Well, then you know Penny.
Mm.
What made you leave?
Tannenbaum offered a lot of coin.
Was he out Clay Lux way and found you there?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful place. How long were you there?
Only about 6 months.
Not too long then.
Mm-mm.
They ever tell tale of a man named Ulysses while you were there?
Yeah. Penny told me about a man named Ulysses.
I would just smile at her. And what'd she say about Ulysses?
Kind man. Popular.
Mm-hmm. Go
Said
on.
he had to leave, go do something.
Head ho with the sucking
Don't you know it?
Fully in the mud, 6 months straight.
I'm Ulysses. Hello. Real popular.
Brilliant dancer.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate hearing that.
Oh, I meant Ulysses.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Oh yeah, no. Then I would, elevate a hand
Yeah.
from either shoulder or hip and kind of like run it along her ear and pull her in like along the line of my furry neck.
Yes.
DJ, you can't. While we're doing this,
you can't just
can't do that. Give me this. Toss it over.
you
There has to be
me
a difference.
like a can of ravioli.
I didn't mean for it to be so disruptive. I genuinely
Not
did.
that it was disruptive. I just broke contact with John for a second, and you're just.
Sarah, the boys are flirting again.
There's a line where flirting just becomes
Natural
Yeah.
conversation.
This is an extreme exclusive. Thing.
Yeah, it's just how we text each other in the morning.
Yeah.
I was gonna say their flirting implies that you guys ever stop.
If you want the real shit, subscribe to our Patreon.
Titillating action.
Go to the titillating section.
No, I would
you.
genuinely pull her head like at an angle like to my neck and
Yeah.
allow the luxurious stuff that I was recently given by Athelda to entertain her.
Your anointed oils.
Effectively, yes. Take a breath, Athelda. You're gonna have a good time.
Smells nice.
Don't it?
Can I help you?
What? I'm sorry.
Are we supposed to just
You're
sit
fine.
here and
No, I'm kidding. I'm
not
kidding.
react to anything
No,
going
I'm
on?
just giving Chell shit.
Just love the idea of him getting deodorant. He's like, you want to whiff?
You
She's
rub
like,
his
my
"Yeah,
neck!"
It smells nice, I guess.
It's my neck!
Chell,
Put her face
you're
in your
acting like you didn't just
No,
do that
I
with the
said my
soap.
neck.
Smell my hands, DJ.
Listen!
Smell them.
Listen.
Please.
Oh Christ!
But I get yelled
As
at.
soon as she
You're the
leaves,
one making this motion on stream. I at least asked you to smell my fingers off of it.
quote it. Quote it.
Sorry.
I
When we
would.
said not great
As-
RPG,
no,
this
as-
is what we
As
meant.
soon as she like leans in to smell Ulysses' neck, I'm gonna just
So, your boss coming down anytime soon then?
Couple minutes.
It's been a few minutes.
Couple more.
Oh, because we gotta hitch a ride out of here to get to the train, to get onto the train to get back to Claire Lux before tomorrow.
I would
understand.
spin her while he's speaking.
Have a drink.
Thank you, Don. When I finish the spin, I would lower other hand to like her back and pull her like tightly against my chest. Oh, don't rush us now, Bo. Train in the morning, but we got all night.
Have I heard you'll only need the evening?
What are the outside folks doing?
Weeping.
Fixing the gate, apparently.
Well,
Pick a square.
Well, we're at the gate. I'm actually gonna affix like a tiny thing like this. That's like a flash bomb.
Okay, sure.
Can I make it wireless? Like a
Yeah,
button? Okay.
absolutely.
And then I would look across the street and just find them.
Okay.
I'd be like, come on. We don't really gotta fix this fence, do we?
She's waving to you too.
Oh.
I guess not.
All right.
Alright.
Just transfer some money.
Are there like
Are
benches?
we off of their property now? Off of the manor's property?
Depends on which side you're fixing the gate from.
You're the other side.
The outside?
street?
Yeah, that's up to you.
Okay. Because I make my way to where y'all are at.
Okay.
Are there like benches lining this road at all?
Yeah.
That would just be sitting, just
Okay.
Casually gabbing, playing. One of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry and Mark II walk over.
What happened? What's going on?
Playing with a cootie catcher? What
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to do him a favor because y'all heard that
playing the
sound,
kitty
that god awful screeching. Oh my lord! So I tried to do him a favor and grease that fence, and they didn't like it. They're kind of annoying about it, but we didn't want to go inside anyway. They were trying to make us go inside
Why were they trying to make you go inside?
to get our payment, but I wasn't trying to get paid.
Payment for what?
Because I don't know, they thought I was an employee or something, so I was just trying to do them a favor. And then Mark tried to get money, and I
Wait,
don't
hang
know
on,
why.
hang on. So y'all could have gone inside, and you could have gotten paid.
I did try to get paid.
Now, Miss Ma'am, I don't know if you know what's going on in that building.
I have no
right there.
clue. No,
I'll-
not even an inkling.
I'm not looking to get fondled, you know?
Is that what's going on in there?
There's some catchy vibes.
Wait, is this a brothel?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, did you see that lady in that ski? You know, that kind of outfit?
That thing.
A big natural?
See that big booty raccoon walking with you, Lizzie?
If it's not a brothel, Ulysses is gonna make it one.
She ain't wrong, Don.
Got it!
I saw the way he was looking at her.
And Damon went in with them too, right?
Yeah, I assume that he didn't. I don't know what he wants.
Are you two?
No.
Okay.
We're not.
That's a lot of no's.
Because we're not. Damn. We're not. You can't hear this. You went into a brothel. I don't want to hear it.
Inside, Bo begins weeping uncontrollably.
Both in the brothel and in Bo.
He's not a good waiter.
I'm crying out my good eye.
No, Damon and I are acquaintances, friends who have been around one another for a very long time. And why are we asking about me? What is going on with them? Where are they? What is happening?
They inside trying to barter. I don't know what that bartering means, but they doing it.
I mean, you've been spending time with Ulysses. You know he's a flirt, right? That's
Sure, but I also know that he is very much I want answers right now, I'll get answers right now. So I don't understand what is taking me so long to get these answers.
sometimes flirting takes a little bit of time.
we don't really have time. I mean, are they...
I mean, it seemed like they were getting quick to action.
Where are they now?
They were biting each other's little fingernails.
They were biting.
I don't know. My hands going back and forth, and they were just on the pavement right here.
Oh my! Well, I mean, I haven't been in Beacon's End.
And that god-awful screeching did not distract them whatsoever, if not brought them inside even quicker.
I mean, I'm fairly new to Beacon's End, and those activities were not very common amongst where I grew up. But it's an interesting.
You're telling me.
Not a lot of whores in the monastery.
Not a lot of whores in the nunnery. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, well, there also just wasn't much talk of that or the act of seduction. I mean, I don't know if biting fingernails is normally how it's done. I can't say for certain.
Open your books to 449, Ulysses. If it ain't a brothel, I'm finna make it one. So the congregation say, yeah.
And unto your spirit.
This is how we elect the Pope.
So that's what conclave was about.
About to make it a
When white smoke starts pouring out of Mark II.
You know Ulysses got laid.
Did they seem like they were in trouble?
No, I don't think they was in trouble at all. If not, they was mad at me for getting in the way of I don't know, not doing my job, but I wasn't employed. I was trying to do a favor, but, you know, Mark II had to speak about some words about this cash, about 20 gold, when I didn't really want it.
I thought it was I thought it was a chance to make some money. I mean, you fixed it. You fixed it. It worked. I figured it probably screeched like that for a long time, and they seem to be like a covert type of place. I figured they, of anybody, would appreciate the discretion of having a gate that could close.
That is awfully concerning, considering how luxurious this place appears, and yet their gate is rusty.
You know who didn't have a rusty gate? Circus.
Get back.
He's not lying. He's not
also
here.
not here.
He's not here, but he's telling the truth.
No, I'm currently trying to cock block my friend in a mansion.
I did tell them that I would be there when they walked Ulysses out to get the payment, so I still plan on trying to get the 20 gold.
How's the gate? Is it
It's
fixed?
still squeaking.
I don't think they're gonna pay you.
Yeah, I
if
don't
the
think they're gonna pay you if
screeching's
it's squeaking.
Look, I decided that it was probably best idea to stay outside, but it seemed like you really wanted to go inside to see what was happening.
I just
Do you
wanted.
need the money?
I mean, I don't necessarily need it.
Is that why you're doing these terrible black market jobs?
I don't necessarily need the money.
Mark, what happened at the circus that you're so interested in checking out these places? I'm a little concerned.
Ulysses opened my eyes.
He was going to get his oil checked.
Your ass is
Open my
lying.
eyes and my heart.
Two?
Yeah, my heart too.
Ulysses got hit himself. I'm gonna get me some too.
No, I just figured we had fixed a gate that probably hasn't been fixed in years, and I could leverage that into some free money.
You're awfully crafty.
Well,
Were
I
you a
really hope they don't
calculator
take a
in another
check
way?
at the gate because I got a little pissed off and I fixed a little, flashing lights and stuff. So when they go to mess with that gate again, they're going to see how screechy it is.
What did you do?
It's a little prank. Don't worry about it.
You're
It's
so
just
crafty.
It's just a blitz and blam, a little glamour.
You know,
Nobody's
They might
gonna get
find it
hurt, though.
fancy.
Nobody's gonna get
No
hurt.
one's fault.
Ulysses
we should
and
probably not
Bo
be
have to
standing
walk out through that
within,
gate.
Car bombers.
Ow, but it'll just take them by surprise. It won't hurt them.
All right, as long as it won't
Yeah,
hurt.
as long as nobody's gonna get hurt, I'm all for a little fun.
If this is gonna get flashy, we're trying to remain unseen. I think maybe we should go another street over where we.
Are there windows?
That's what I was saying. We should probably walk
Can we
on over
see
to the other
into
area.
what's going on at all inside?
It's far back from the road.
Okay.
Privacy's the game in a place like that.
Well, we might as well get ourselves comfortable if they're gonna be a minute. Anybody want to play a game of what's this game called? What do you call it here?
Never have I order.
Never have I order.
This is just A little,
Would you like to have your fortune told?
yeah, little fortune telling.
It's a soothsayer.
Like this. Right.
Oh, no,
But now you gotta write fun things on it, though.
Harky who's
Success.
Pick a color.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First person to die is.
All right. Back inside.
Yep.
Still dancing.
Oh yeah, I would dip her, and while I have her in like the one arm, I would, with my other hand in my pocket, I would rub the button one time, real quick, and then
Yeah.
bring my hand back up to pull her.
Yeah. Button outside vibrates in all
Oh,
your
that
pockets.
button. Okay.
Yeah. What was
Wait.
Was one.
what was one? Was that
He needs a distraction.
That was help.
a distraction?
Help,
Well,
but,
I
help,
already
but
have-
not violent.
Yeah.
Was it for everyone, or did you direct it?
The middle for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we do have the ability. Well,
I
it
would,
looks like I can go set off the freaking gate right
Yeah,
now.
go open that.
All right. I pull it out.
Wait,
and go,
wait.
And it go.
Yeah, it sparks and fizzes and.
It's like a little tiny fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
That you do on the street. Yeah.
Anybody come out?
Yeah, several people come out and just look over towards the gate as it's sparking and shaking ever so slightly.
I take one, whoever's closest to me, and just drag them behind like a bush nearby.
Yeah. And you see people start walking towards the gate. She like stops you for a second and just looks outside. Hell is up with that gate?
I suppose you got a hooligan problem, Edith.
Seem that way.
You got folks that can handle that kind of stuff for you?
Yeah.
Best you send them out.
All right. She reaches into the dress and pushes another button. Second goes by. A couple people come out from the side doors. Two larger bugbears walk out and walk towards the
Pull
gate.
her in close.
Yeah.
Anything, no matter where you are, no matter how nice in Beacon's End, can always go awry. Stay safe. I would watch them go outside.
Yeah, they head outside.
I don't know.
I was given a different outfit, right? Before coming in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're dressed
We're-
different. You're
we're
also
dressed-
hiding your hair.
Yeah. So I'm assuming my hair is like
We did your hair like I think up in
In-
like a crown, like a so that it's
Yeah.
kind of hidden under.
In your hat.
my hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got like some hoodie thing going on. covering
Well,
up the
I took my
horns.
hair down and did like some curls and I think I changed the color of my like horns with some makeup. And I'm also actively casting thaumaturgy every
To make your eyes
minute to
normal.
make my eyes normal.
I would, I don't know,
Well, who would
maybe cut the sleeves off my shirt or do something to make it look a little bit more like risque
Sure.
and like approach the gate. See?
So like, who's in the bush with me? Is it Mark too?
Probably.
I'm in the bush.
It can be.
Yeah, we'll just be in the bush together, and I'll be like, all right, well, all the guards are gonna come out. Well, we gotta figure. Should we stay here?
I got an idea. I can grab the gate and shake and pretend like it's shocking me.
I quite love that idea. Just go ahead.
I stand up
I'll
from
watch
the
I'm gonna sue you. And you're walking up like I'm all sexy. He's getting electrocuted.
Yeah. Charlie, you start walking, like sauntering across the street. Mark II rushes past you as the guards are like halfway across the yard, just.
Wait, she said she was. I imagine we were like next to the gate.
No,
You guys are
no,
across
it's
the street.
Across the street.
You just walk with purpose. I'ma grab that gate. They will not see.
walking up with me to get electrocuted by the gate.
I thought I was like right
No,
next to
you
it.
guys
I
are
didn't realize
across
I
the
was far
street.
away.
I will be a distraction.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the guards rush over as you grab the gate and start getting electrocuted. And They reach over, and one of them just pulls like a bow staff from off his back and just pushes it against your chest and shoves you backwards to try to break contact with the
I
gate.
let go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Reaches down, grabs the little thing that you like tucked into the gate, and just crushes it in his hand.
I'm cracking
Why-
up in the bush.
Why is
Rolling on the
y'all's gate
floor.
electrified?
Someone put a device on it. Don't know what to tell you.
Oh, God.
What were you grabbing the gate for? What do you want?
I was going to try to pull it.
You trying to get in?
Y'all saw Spartan.
Yeah, but why were you grabbing the gate? Are you trying to get in?
No, to try to stop it from Spartan.
Is that how you normally stop stuff from sparking? You're a metal man. You conduct electricity. Why would you grab a metal object to go right through you? You trying to store it
I love the
inside?
thought of him taking a pause, be like,
Excuse me, sir. I'm only 2 years old.
I'm just a little baby.
Just a baby.
So jot that down.
It looked fun.
I was trying to separate the part that was sparking from the rest of it.
All right, so you're not trying to come in.
No.
Then I'm gonna ask you to back up away from the gate.
Oh, with pleasure, sir. I'm very sorry that I was trying to help.
Ain't no problem. It's just this is a private place. If you're not trying to come in, then you not be loitering around.
I understand.
But if you're trying to come in, you're welcome to come in.
Yeah.
I inside would press the button for Mark II for 1.
Are we watching from the window? I feel like we
Yes,
are watching.
absolutely.
We're both like,
Well, that's why I'm doing this, because, like, 2 guys went out. I would genuinely press it again for Mark II, so
Yeah.
you would feel the vibration of a single
Distract,
yeah.
instance.
You got any, I understand that you don't want me anywhere nearby.
Unless you coming in, yeah.
Yeah, I won't come in. Do you have any, like, bars or taverns nearby you recommend? What's your favorite?
he said if you want to come in. You were like, where do I go?
Wait, he said, wait, what?
Yeah, he was like, why are you trying to come in? And he was like, unless you're trying to come in, which in that case, come in.
Oh, I didn't hear him. Yeah.
No, I don't want to come in here. I want to go somewhere else.
Where would you
I
tell
want
me
to
to
go
go?
anywhere
Get here,
that doesn't
get the
have an
fuck
electrified fence. Thank you very much.
Maybe a place that does.
You fucking asshole.
I didn't hear that part. I would have just gone with it.
No, I love
You've
it.
already committed to it.
I love it so much better though.
Big fan of the Rust and Relic.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I would hit it again.
So,
I would just keep clicking it, like, genuinely, like, spamming it in my pocket.
I got any other gates that need fixing? I can come in and take a look.
No, this is the main gate.
He's been electrocuted by a non-electric fence. Is there any other
You
gates I
set
can
it up.
How about
My man, if you are not coming in, I'm gonna need you to back
All
up.
right, I'm coming in. I'm coming in.
All right.
I'm coming in.
Swings the gate open.
So what time do you get off?
Chow, you're sauntering up to the gate.
Yeah.
When I see him starting to enter,
Yeah.
I would stop buzzing his.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Still coming.
Yeah.
Is this where Mr. Tenenbaum resides?
Yeah. He here.
I was informed by some other girls that there's a place of work here.
Yeah.
Do you mind showing me the way?
You follow the path, but I'll take you down it. He reaches out his arm.
Oh, you're so strong.
Thank you.
I would buzz Andy's for 2.
Okay.
Danger. Can you back up?
Barry and Genevieve, what are you guys doing?
I feel like I'm finding like a shadow to sit in.
Okay.
And like, this is so. This gate, is this the fencing around this property?
Mm-hmm.
How high?
It's about 6-foot fence. It's not like a. It's not like a,
Is it-
a lockout fence or anything.
Is it climbable?
Yeah.
I'd like to find a place that it's like maybe
On one of the corners.
on one of the corners or
Yeah.
like kind of traveling along the side where there's
Yeah,
no-
less traffic.
less traffic,
Sure.
no visible windows, and
Yeah.
try to scale this fence.
Yeah, you dip off to the side and climb up and sneak over and like for a moment perch on the edge and then whip yourself over the fence and tuck yourself in the corner behind some of the rust stuff in the yard.
So there's no windows.
There are, but I mean the
There's-
house is set far back and people are watching the fence and the gate and the man walking who has just been electrocuted.
I'm gonna while he's
It's you with one
causing
guard, or are you
distraction,
just
I'm
walking by
gonna
yourself?
I'm just walking
kind
by
of
myself.
hop between these rust objects and get closer to the
House.
house.
Sure. Make a stealth check for me. Barry, what are you up to?
I don't know. I'm just collecting myself, I think, at this point.
I think
And
this is my first roll.
I'm probably trying to think of another way to place a distraction just in case. And then Mark 2, is he walking away now?
He's walking in.
Oh, he's walking in.
Andy is walking in with a guard. You
Right.
see Genevieve run to the corner and leap over one of the edges over the fence.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
rolled a was it a 22?
Okay.
Yeah.
You staying outside or you finding a way in?
I'm staying outside by the bush.
Okay.
So I feel pretty safe there, but I can still like kind of get a glancing view of like the gate and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. What kind of distraction are you trying to place?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll come back to you. Take your time.
Is there like statues or stuff up in the yard?
It's not like decorative art. It's like pieces of ships and stuff, like
Okay.
just rust fragments.
I would pull the guard a little bit away from the path and just like, have you been here long?
Been here about 2 years.
What is this? And I point to like a random piece of object, like away from the house, and wait for a signal from Ulysses.
Yeah.
Don, while this glorious distraction is ongoing, I would have a shoulder, like my arm around her shoulder, and I would kind of like, if most of the people have gathered towards the windows and are looking outward at this, kerfuffle going on outside, I would leave my hand on her shoulder and just kind of, with the other arm, beckon up and just, my, what a lovely land this is. I'm going to cast Enthrall.
Okay.
All the people within the area, besides me and Damon, within this building, wisdom saves. Otherwise, they take the -10 to their passive perception.
What? How big is this?
I'm obviously not going to target you guys because I'm doing
you
this
have to you have to target specifically.
it's everyone that I can see within range of my choice.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
why I'm
So all the
excluding-
people in this entryway.
Yeah. I'm not trying to catch anybody outside.
Yeah. Okay, sure. I'm gonna make like a collective.
Yeah. DC's 15. And yeah, it's on a fail. They just have -10 to their perception checks and to their passive perception.
Okay. Pretty much everybody in here is -10.
Absolutely, yeah. So like as I say, like my, what a lovely home Mr. Tenenbaum has. I would then remove my hand from her and
Yeah.
then grab Bo
Okay.
and slide places.
Okay.
I'm Ulysses now.
Okay. Yeah.
And I am going to duck away into one of... So, like, this is where I do need to, like, kind of have a little bit better defined area of what the layout of the lowest
Sure.
floor is.
Yeah. So it is. Let me little doodle here.
This is a good old bait and switch.
As opposed.
What happens when he imitates me? I take the
Baiting and
mask off.
switching.
Yeah.
No.
SWAT?
Honey, you're going to have to pay extra for that.
Oh, Lord.
This is perfect because I've been working on my Ulysses. Sex.
Killing it. Hell yeah.
Crushing it.
Don't forget the drugs.
Drugs.
Oh, my.
Drag.
So these are the 3 doors.
Okay.
There's a litany of chairs and tables scattered about. The back wall is this bookshelf with liquor. More chairs here. Either side, there are stairs
Staircase.
that wrap around up in front of the windows up to the 2nd level.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then if you want to give me what the 2nd floor layout looks like.
Sure.
I'll hang on to that lower level one.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
you.
so I can.
Sure.
Where are we, roughly?
You're like just
In the
inside that middle door, off to the left slightly, like in between the 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's up the stairs. I'm gonna pee real quick.
Yeah.
Where were the stairs at?
No.
On here?
Sides. Yeah.
Okay. So he dipped out. Okay, so we were right next to the stairs. Okay. Perfect.
New rule: we're not allowed to start combat until the DM has to pee. That way, we know it'll
I
be short.
stab everyone.
We
We're
know
all
it'll be
dead.
short. Hi, welcome to Mark II's.
Mid-show podcast.
Brought to you by
Mid-show Mark Cast.
Mid-show.
2.
Yeah, I would think we probably have not pulled anything off like this previously because I don't think we've been in a circle, like a social
Yeah.
circle, that's had this as a requirement. But like, that's why I was just asking, like, would I know that that's something that you can do multiple times? Okay.
And it would be like a skill set type of thing.
Yeah.
Like we would have had like we're gonna talk shop about stuff at some point. So it's like, yeah, I would tell you that it's like, yeah, I can
Mimic.
mimic all the
Okay.
time, all day.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Hell yeah.
Every day I'm mimicking.
But it is, everybody else is like moving their way in, right?
Except for Barry.
I
You're
think
staying out?
my plan is to
Blow up the gate again.
I'm gonna use the little robot guy. I'm gonna fix him with
Send him in.
cinnamon.
Send him in.
Oh,
I
yes.
also heard cinnamon.
I heard cinnamon.
Is that another?
Fix him in with cinnamon. That's
I
a code
heard
word.
Fixing it with cinnamon.
But I'm gonna have him being like, I'm gonna patrol him in the yard, but he'll be able to set off a very similar spark and flare.
Yeah.
And that way he'll be
Yellow.
like, oh, that was the same thing again, and it'll definitely distract me.
Okay.
Like there's something of notice outside,
Yeah.
and then that way I'm kind of have the outside view.
What kind of question?
It's
Is it yes or no only? That was my question. Is it yes or no only? That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yes,
Give
I
me
am
your
Mark.
old glasses. I'll put them. I'll literally
Yeah,
glue
cut
the
the
old
frames
lenses
out.
in. Prescription mask.
If you get the old glasses, then you can, where it's resting on his nose, just have it be basically a pair of glasses.
If the 2nd floor is a simple layout, that's fine. You don't need to redraw anything. Like, if
Yeah.
it's complex, then yeah, I would like to try to be able to see
Sure.
it.
I mean, so the area that you get when you go up the stairs is a like long hallway that overlooks the rest of this lower area
Okay.
with a wall behind you, more shelves of liquor
Okay.
against the back, and then there is a large set of double doors dead center.
Okay. Yeah. No, I would just go to the double doors.
Yep, absolutely. What are the other people doing? Genevieve, what are you doing?
I'm sneaking up to a window and I'm gonna peek on in.
Yeah. You see the lower layout as described. You can see Ulysses standing with this tall raccoon woman. You can see that there are people starting to filter back into the building. Mark II, I would say at this point, you get to the building itself and step inside. So you see Mark II walk up the stairs and walk into the building. Andy is out in the courtyard with one of the guards. The second one has followed in behind Mark II. You see the same thing. There is like pieces of rust just kind of everywhere across this space.
Is there any like off the street, maybe on the back of the building, any kind of foothold to climb to the second story?
Yeah, I would say that you'd have to tuck yourself around the side and try to climb up, but I'd say that you could certainly attempt to do that.
I would like to do that.
Okay, make an athletics or acrobatics check. Mark II, what are you doing when you get inside? You see Ulysses standing with this raccoon folk woman. Everyone else is just kind of vibing in the space.
I look around at everyone.
Hello.
I walk up to Ulysses.
Mhm.
Howdy. Hello.
Well, hi there, good sir. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? You seem distracted.
Well, that could be on the account of I'm with a compatriot right now, trying to have a conversation, my friend.
Yeah.
Surely you can go and find yourself one of your own.
Why? That's not why we're all here, is it? That's not why. That may be what you're doing, but I'm here for my payment. The gate?
Oh, for the gate, of course. Of course. You're the gate man.
Right. I fixed the gate, so.
Clearly. It exploded.
Right.
No, that wasn't me. I fixed it from that.
You mean the gate that electrocuted you that I watched you get electrocuted by?
Yeah, see, sometimes what happens is they get latent charge buildup and you've got to discharge it, and I knew I was conductive and would do it best.
Oh, yes.
So I fixed it.
I think I've heard about this before. Something about grounding and something like that. It's like lightning.
So I'm just here for my payment.
Okay, well, I don't live here, so you can go find someone else to go speak to.
Guard walks over, pulls a small satchel from inside one of the side rooms, tosses it to you. Stay if you'd like, otherwise get the fuck out.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to hang amongst the folks in here, but if you're just here for gate payment, then
Thank
you're
you.
not interesting.
Appreciate the payment, and then I'm just gonna go wander and find my way over to like a table or something.
Sure, yeah. Andy, you're in the yard with the guard.
Walking in, right?
I.
You would ask for an escort, I thought, yeah.
So I was like trying to
She
keep him
is the
outside, and I
escort.
was waiting to like see if I got another notification about like keeping the guards outside or trying to
Gotcha.
come in with them.
Nope, at this point, nothing. Silence, you're on your own.
Okay. I'm gonna take the two as like I need backup, so I'm gonna like. Thank you for showing me around the grounds. Do you mind escorting me in so I don't have to walk by myself?
Of course. He continues walking you towards the house.
Mm-hmm.
Walks you up the stairs into the house. You see Ulysses standing with this raccoon folk woman and Mark II sitting over at a table by himself, drinking whiskey. Women wander by and like trace their finger along his shoulders and howdy.
Hello.
Howdy.
Howdy.
You gotta translate hello into howdy.
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 Is the
Howdy.
is the owner of the home making an appearance?
Mr. Tannenbaum.
Yes.
Yeah, he's caught up in a little bit of business, but he'll be out soon.
Any ideas to when? I'm very eager to meet him.
Very shortly, my dear. Have patience.
I'm not a woman known for her patience.
You'll
Perhaps
fit
you
in just
could
fine here.
show me around, keep me entertained until he makes his way.
Sure. Wanders around the room with you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I get you a drink?
Sure.
Pick your poison.
You ever have water with a lime in it?
What would you say is the best?
I'm usually a whiskey man myself.
Well, then consider me a whiskey girl.
All right. Reaches up, pulls a bottle from high up on the shelf, like way above your head, and just kind of like leans on the shelf and pours the glass from real high and swirls it around, puts it back up. I don't know if that fucks with the alcohol. I don't drink. Hands it over to you. He's doing the book talk lean.
Oh my lord! I don't think I caught your name.
Put your hand on my shoulder.
Naked. He's also a fox. Or was it a raccoon?
Yeah.
He's also in a red dress.
Is he also a raccoon?
I thought he was a bugbear.
No, it's a bugbear.
He's a
Bugbear.
bugbear. Oh,
Bugbear?
Yeah.
long arms.
Yeah.
Selma?
Yes. No, they have like an extra 5 foot, like,
Oh
yeah.
my.
Name's Martin.
Martin?
Martin.
Martin.
It's a very smart name.
Is that what, a W or a U?
Martin.
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 Hey, it's Martin. Martin.
Didn't catch yours.
Jesus.
My name's Blue Hair.
My blue hair
Well,
wanted
no, because I had a
lady.
name in mind. You can
Please don't kill
call
me,
me
ladies.
Blue hair wanted woman.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
With an S.
With an S. Cinnamon.
Thank you.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Ma'am?
Cinnamon's fine.
You can call me mom.
You can actually call me daddy.
Say it.
Please.
All right, Cinnamon. You enjoy your drink.
Does it taste better? Did you do something different with it? Is that a
She's so good at lying, guys.
Oh my god.
Is there a gun in your pocket? Or?
Yes.
Take a pistola.
Do you enjoy working for Mr. Tenenbaum?
I do indeed.
What are your benefits?
What are your
You
benefits?
get health insurance.
What
I'm
would you
looking
say
for a man who
the
provides.
atmosphere is? Like a
yeah,
like
what's
everyone here's family situation. Or...
What are your pros and cons of working here? You said you've only been working for him for a couple of years.
2 years.
Are you from the area?
Yeah, I was a bounty hunter for a couple of years, tracking folk down.
Got your bounty right here. Oh my god!
You like what you see, big boy?
I'm also wanted. Wait, no.
Wanted. What did you say his name was again? I'm sorry.
Dog.
Martin.
A smart
the
name.
The smart
Shout out
named
to the
Martin.
Martins out there.
Martin.
Martin.
Not a compliment. Men just can't be like, that's a pretty name. Like, that feels rude.
You're tall.
I like how long your arms are. They go all the way down.
Chelsea.
That
I feel like you've never worked with them.
I've been with my husband for like 12 years.
You gangly, uncoordinated bitch.
We're getting some real insights into how you talk to Glenn.
I can't just like run up on him and smack his ass. I feel like that's aggressive.
I'm gonna poke his butthole
He's going upstairs.
and then run away.
You ever dug a 50-foot trench with those arms?
I bet you know your way around a really dull shovel.
My back hurts.
There was no plow involved.
Oh, there was a plow involved. Don't you worry about that.
Can we stop thirst trapping me and get back to your bad at lying?
I'm not bad at lying.
You're speaking with Martin.
Cinnamon.
Barry, thoughts on
Oh,
your
she puts the
distraction?
sin in
So
cinnamon.
I'm
That's something
sending my little robot guy in to the yard. I'll just have him swivel between the fences and into the various like rust,
Yeah,
hiding
yeah.
between them. Very,
Sure.
not just casually being.
Yeah.
And while controlling that, I would also be like kind of swiftly being against maybe the side of the house, away from the guards, and be scoping basically the side yard / backyard.
Sure.
Maybe on the side of where Genevieve is climbing up.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
keeping like a back view and also having my distraction with an area.
Yeah, kind of like away from you so that way you can pull focus over there if
Yeah.
you need to. Sure. Yeah, you set that up and you get along
Well,
the
it's
side
like
of the
dust
building.
sprite from
Spirit
Yeah,
the
well, some
Spirited
sprite.
Away.
So they just sort of
Yeah, he's got like several little arms around. His
Oh, I like
spherical
that
body.
even better. He just sort of rolls
Rolls.
around.
Yeah, and then he can extend so he can be a little bigger or
He's
smaller.
got like a BB-8 kind of thing
That's what
going
I was
on.
thinking. I was like,
Like
BB-8.
those,
The balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
The one-
Oh,
with
it's
the
like
little
yes,
fully,
it's like
like-
BB-8, but like those like
Grasps and
erector
goes
set
wee-wee.
things
Yeah.
where it's like they
Yeah.
would grow. Every kid in the '90s had one. Look it up.
Did they?
Yeah, so
Every kid in
you're
the
on the
90s
side
wanted
of the
one.
house, kind of observing and watching Genevieve climb. You can see that she's struggling a little bit with finding handholds, but she's making slow progress up this side of the building. It takes her about 10 minutes to scale up to the second floor, and she flips onto that little balcony area. You watch her do that.
Okay. I'll have like a little laser with my flashlight, and I'll
Okay.
just like point around her chest area
Sure.
to have her notice where I'm at.
Yeah. You see something on your chest, and you look down, and you see
I see something on my
Barry.
chest. I drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm just still swiveling it.
Stand back up.
Yeah. You see Barry
Let's go.
at an angle up against the fence line.
I'm gonna. This balcony, is it are there windows or is it like doors?
Curtained windows.
Curtained windows.
Yeah, with door. Sorry, there is a door
There's a
to
door.
get out
Are-
there. Yes.
Is any of it open where I could peer in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like sneak up to one of the windows.
Sure.
And do a little.
Yeah. Yeah. Inside, you can see that there is a shirtless raccoon man sitting in a large armchair with a cigar in one hand. The edges of his fur seems to almost pulse with. How is he not on this list? Oh. There we go. The edges of his fur pulses with almost a like
Polychrome.
like fiber optic.
Ooh, like a Christmas
cables.
tree.
Yeah, like a Christmas tree.
Good old Tenenbaum.
Tenenbaum, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Pastel colored lights kind of drifting beneath the surface of his skin, like a very mysterious rust weave kind of woven into the edges of his fur and his body. He has an immaculate set of trousers.
He's got holy pants.
Trousers.
He has a tailored waistcoat sitting on the back of the armchair, and you can see that there is a
Is he also smoking a rust cigar?
yeah he's got
He's
a vape.
vaping.
He's vaping, and you can see on the other side of the room, looking at him holding a whiskey glass, is a like well-dressed dwarven man, and they are muttering imperceptibly to each other as he's just kind of leaned back smoking.
If I were to like press my ear
Mm-hmm.
to this window for this room that I'm looking in, is that where the doors coming out, like would come out to?
Yes.
Is that the only room on the balcony?
Yes.
okay.
There's just like this is like a seating area out here.
If I like press my ear
Mm-hmm.
carefully to the window, can I hear anything that they're saying?
Make a perception check for me.
When you get a chance, there's a couple other things I want to ask. No rush.
Sure.
That would be cool.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever you ready.
Things are gonna get wild.
It's a 10.
In the
Ten.
Fey wild.
Things are gonna get mild.
You catch some words sporadically. Let me think about what
Okay.
those words are. I'm gonna jump to Ulysses, then I'll jump back to you.
I mean, you can answer her questions because I'm gonna definitively move scene forward just as like a
Okay.
thing.
Yes.
Sure.
So if you want to
Write
answer her
that down.
questions,
Yeah.
Yes.
He said he was a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Were you a lone wolf, or were you working with a group?
Lone wolf.
What made you want to stop?
Looking to settle down. And Mr. Tenenbaum pay. Not looking to travel so much anymore. Dusty roads weary.
Not related to him, but do we know what Fey limes do? We just know that they're a drug.
The limes themselves, zest comes from the lime.
Sure.
Outside of that, I mean, the limes themselves are
meant-
sold in bars and things.
I meant zest. Like, do we know
Zest is a focus drug.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Limitless.
yeah, it's like a clarity and focus drug specifically.
B12.
Yeah.
Ritalin. Any riddle rattlers?
Okay, that was all I wanted.
Okay. Damon, Ulysses, and
Esquire.
Esquire.
Say my full name, damn it.
Mark II or Barry, you guys doing anything in particular?
So the
I think I'm just holding my spot.
Okay.
Genevieve isn't making any movements.
No,
right?
she's just leaning up
chilling
to the
there.
window. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just be eyes on her and mainly like the back area, just
Yeah.
to make sure we're not gonna get flanked by like a security guard or something.
Sure.
Or obviously I'm being sneaky. I
Yeah.
don't want someone to know that I'm being sneaky.
Yeah, you got it.
the woman that I was with, Ulysses, she's still looking out the window. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, she's just kind of swaying back and forth in your arms, taking a sip of her drink.
So when can we expect this, Mr. Tenenbaum to come on down?
Probably a few more minutes.
It's been quite a few minutes.
Well, it's going to be a few more minutes, Mr. Tannenbaum, a busy man.
Ooh, what's he busy with?
Talking with folks.
Talking?
He's
Just
a businessman. There's busy and then there's busy, but he ain't busy right now.
Talk?
He
How
on
sure are you
business.
about that?
Oh, I'm very sure.
Oh, that's good. At least I know that he won't be worn out by the time I meet with him.
Nah, not today.
No?
Later tonight, perhaps.
Ooh. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. What can you tell me about this here estate in the time that you've been here?
It's a big house.
Yeah?
A lot of rooms. A lot of beds.
Well, that's what comes with a big house. A lot of rooms. There's got to be a lot of beds.
Miss Tannenbaum have a lot of folk here.
More folk like yourself?
Some like me. Other visitors. Folk like yourself.
Hmm.
Business folk.
Hmm. Good to know. Good to know. See, you
Folk like her. Just kind of gesturing at Andy.
I want to stare at Andy for like half a second, like just realizing that she's there now.
Yeah.
Like,
I never had anybody like him in here before, gesturing at Mark II.
Howdy.
look over, he's like picking at himself.
Howdy.
He's dead-eyed picking at himself. Is it normal for a type like him to be adjusting himself like that at the bar?
Yeah, they complicated machines or something.
I don't think I've ever had the pleasure.
I ain't talked to many.
I feel like y'all are talking about me.
Yeah.
Howdy.
I was gonna say you're like halfway across the room. What's up?
Well, I would see y'all staring at me,
Yeah.
so like,
Howdy.
I would just like,
howdy.
Yeah, we all.
Can I help you at all? Can I do something for you?
Just don't get your folk in here too much. Curious is all.
I'm here more for the emotional intimacy.
ooh.
The gate.
All right.
That shock factor, you know.
Do you
felt
have anyone
electricity
here
between us.
that
Yeah.
Sparks are
fits
flying.
that
Yeah.
description?
I mean, anybody can be emotional. You use enough substances.
Surely there has to be a specialist of some type.
Yeah.
A high-class place like this.
It depends on what you're looking for and what you're looking to pay.
Hmm.
What kind of connection you looking for emotionally?
I want to feel something.
You're trying to suppress a memory or bring it back?
Oh,
This is where Mark II becomes a drug addict immediately.
I'm
Is there such a thing?
a robot drug addict.
You might connect with Mark 1.
Could. I
The
think
world of drugs just opened his eyes.
usually do that.
He has eyes.
Open his lenses.
I don't know that I'm trying to suppress or recover. More looking for
To emotionally excite?
acceptance.
Fella, I think you in the wrong place. You looking for therapy. I know a wonderful man down in Clarelux that could talk to you about all your problems.
But they're expensive, and
Where's the
and
line?
coming
looking-
here, well,
You looking for help from Mr. Tannenbaum?
yeah,
All right.
I suppose so. Yeah.
No, he'll be down in a few minutes. Hopefully he can help you out.
All right. Well,
Sorry to hear about your problems.
I appreciate it. For now, I'll just keep telling my problems to this glass of whiskey.
All right. It's a good solution.
It is a solution.
It is
Functional.
Functional.
wonderful.
Genevieve, up on the balcony.
Yes.
Balcony. You overhear the midst of a conversation between these two folk. Well, how much longer are they going to be? You think they'd be interested? I ain't interested in corn. I'm in it for the long game. We'll see what it pay. We talk to the bones.
Bones?
I guarantee they want what I got. And that's what you over here?
Am I able to distinguish who's saying what lines, like whose voice it is?
It's all Mr. Tannenbaum
That's
because
all
he's
Mr.
closer to the window.
Okay.
You
That's
only
a
hear
robot
muffled.
Yes.
You only hear muffles
Yeah.
from the other person.
Director said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you hear.
Yep.
All right. Ulysses. What you doing?
Are you sure you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So singular door. With its framing, is there any exterior, like how we've got little outcropping ledge for the framing of the door?
Yeah. Yeah, there's
what is-
molding around the outside.
What is the height from floor to ceiling, and then what is the height between molding to ceiling?
Sure. Yeah, so it is a like 8-foot door, and then above the molding there's like another like 6 feet to the
Okay.
ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, tall ceiling.
Yeah. As an acrobatic fox man who's
Yeah.
been experienced with a tight wire,
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb up on that molding and purchase myself paws up towards the ceiling, and effectively try to just be back against the wall looking down,
Sure.
steadying myself.
Yeah.
While I'm up there, prestidigitation does not take concentration.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it 3 times. What is the floor outside of the door?
It's like a marble.
Is it marble?
Yeah.
Lava! Well, I'm winning.
It is now.
No, then I would cast prestidigitation 3 times in succession.
Okay.
I would also, before I do this, I'm gonna take a nice big bump of fucking hollow step.
All right.
That is the aura of silence and suppression.
Okay.
The first cast would be, I would mimic the bullet hole mark of glass in the marble floor. Roughly, how wide is it for this, like, landing or, hallway that I'm at?
Like 6 foot wide, like a person could lay down.
Okay, so I would do it about 4 feet out. I would mimic the bullet fracturing for the minor shape that I can make.
Sure.
Second, I would illuminate it with
Yep.
a pulsing red kind of like heat light.
Sure.
And then the third thing I would do is I would make a knock knock sound on the door.
Okay. Yeah. Sarah, upstairs, you see the two folk just kind of like stir up ever so slightly. And Mr. Tannenbaum steps up, puts on his waistcoat, grabs a cane from next to him, and starts walking through the room, the dwarf man in tow.
Does he, does this cane appear decorative, or does he use it as like a...
It's decorative. Yeah, it is a, from what you can see, it's a like very heavy wooden cane with a like golden and bronzed flower like curving backwards like the head of a gramophone almost, and there's like filigree wrapping around it. He and the dwarf walk out, down a descending set of stairs to a lower level that curve backwards towards the front of the building, and they are out of sight.
Is there a door? Mm-hmm. Do they close the door?
I mean, they go down and out of sight. You don't know. There's no door in the space that they're
the room.
in. Yeah, they
Okay.
go down and around and are now underneath.
So the room, this is not like a separate room.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This is like a loft up here.
Do I hear footsteps?
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear a clunk, clunk.
When I hear
Clunk.
that clunk pretty proximate, I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit the middle of the button. I'm gonna hit 1 again
Okay.
for everyone.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw the window open.
Yep.
Yeah, one was a distraction, right? That
Yeah.
was.
I don't know where the fuck you are.
Yeah, I'm
that's all I'm gonna say. I don't know where anyone is.
Yep.
I'm hitting 1.
Yep.
I would spill whatever glass I was drinking and
Yep.
shatter the glass on the floor by accident. Oh
I
dear.
would pull the flash bomb, basically the sparkling firecracker flash bomb.
Yeah, the yard
It's in the middle
spirals
of the
in
yard.
from out of the rust
yeah,
in the middle of the
like my
yard.
robot will drop it and then go and come back to me.
Yeah, it
It's
zips
the
back
end of
to
the
you.
world.
The illumination spirals and fireworks up towards the ceiling out of one of the rust ships in the yard. People start flooding to the window. The guard drops your arm and starts walking towards the door. What are you doing?
Wait, where are you running off to?
Noise in the yard. Go check it out. You wait here. You'll be safe.
Wait. I'm frightened. I'm not familiar with this area. Perhaps I can come with you?
You'll be safer in the house.
But I'm so scared and helpless.
If there's violence in the yard, why would you want to walk towards the sound? It's the same pranks that put something on the gate.
But I've heard of them pulling pranks where they try and distract people, and then the real crime happens right here.
There's other guards inside. I'm just going outside.
But I
to
don't
check
know
it
them
out.
like I know you when I put my hand on his.
Which hand?
Sure.
The metal one?
You stay behind. You stay behind me then.
All right.
And he'll lead you out the front door. Mark II, what are you doing?
Pick at the cavity that is his nose.
So the understanding is distraction.
Yes.
So I would go rigid.
Yep.
So I mean full extension, all in, go full rigid, just lay down in the chair. Like the chair's not gonna do well. Like it's.
Yeah, it cracks and you fall to the floor.
And then I start shaking as if I'm getting aftershocks from being electrocuted by the
Okay. Barry, your thing goes off and your bot comes back to you. Are you doing anything else?
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way to like the back of the house, presumably where everyone's coming out to the backyard.
Yeah, they're coming out to the front.
the front?
Yeah, often
Okay.
because you put it like way off. Like if I'm
Yeah.
at the house looking this way, you put it over here.
Yeah, 'cause
and you're
it's
over
along.
here. It's yeah.
All right, I'll be making my way towards the backyard then.
Okay, along the
Closer
side.
to the house.
Okay. Yeah. Are you hopping on and over the fence, or are you staying on the other side of the fence?
I think I'll hop while everyone's distracted. Hop
Okay.
over, and I will do the same and climb to the second floor roof.
Yeah. Yeah, you use your tail and notch in the little sections, and you haul yourself up as you see Genevieve push the window open.
And I'm meeting her. I'm trying to meet her there.
Okay. Genevieve, what are you doing?
Pushing the window open. Immediately, I'm gonna listen.
Yeah.
to see if anyone's coming. And if I don't hear anything, I'm going to climb in
Yep,
the
the
window.
two of you climb in. The clunk hits the edge of the door as things happen around. A couple of people rush over to Mark II, and they just like put their hands on his face. Andy, you follow the guard outside. You shatter your glass on the ground. The two of you climb in the upstairs window, and you are perched on top of the door frame.
I am waiting,
Yep.
so I would conclude the sound of the knock after 3 to 5 intermittent knockings, replacing then the third sensation for prestidigitation with an odd odor, and I would choose smoke,
Sure.
like fire,
Yeah.
around the bottom of the door.
Okay.
And I would continue to wait.
Yeah.
I would like to see whether or not the clunking increases whatsoever.
It does.
Yeah, no, I would wait, just perch silently, motionlessly up here on the molding of said door.
Yep. Door opens, and out steps Mr. Tannenbaum.
With the sound of the door opening attempting to obscure the somatic component for prestidigitation, I would have concluding the smell of smoke. I would then create the visual of smoke. I can only do 10 feet.
Sure.
But where this is a fucking hypotenuse nonsense.
Yeah.
Smoke billowing around the, like, if it's like a landing, if there's a balcony or any kind of railing here,
Sure.
I would just want smoke billowing around the base of it, looking like it's crawling up so that there's fire from underneath for where the, like, main area is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he walks to the railing, looks down, sees smoke billowing over, and he's just going to tap the cane twice, and he's gone.
Okay. Completely gone from my sight, right?
Completely gone from your sight.
Sure.
You on the lower floor watch as he just apparates at the bottom under this railing and looks around, looks back up at the railing. This immaculately dressed, over-tailored waistcoat of velvet, his hands stained with a black ink on the edges of his fingertips, this fiber optic, like, on the edges of his fur. The cane, now that you can all see this, is a very heavy wood, deep wood polished cane with bronze wiring vine filigree wrapping up from the bottom up towards the head of the cane, and a bronzed flower tilting backwards towards him like the head of a gramophone that he's holding. He just looks around, looks up. How interesting.
2 things real quick.
Yeah.
Do I hear any subsequent footsteps still inside the room?
Yeah, you
I
do.
do?
Yes.
Okay. I would... Second thing is now null. Go ahead with what you're doing.
Okay.
Because I would be waiting still for the second footsteps to leave the room.
Yep. Few moment, dwarf walks out, leans over the railing, and looks down.
As soon as he passes by me, I would attempt to descend silently, step into the room, and pull doors closed behind me.
Sure.
Like as quietly as I possibly fucking can.
Sure. Yeah. Make a stealth check.
23.
Okay. Yeah, you leap down, paws on the floor, dip backwards, pull the door closed silently. Mark II, you are ridging and shaking on the ground.
I
What
would
are
have
you
stopped
doing?
shaking by now.
Okay.
I'd still lay there motionless and unresponsive.
Yep.
But
He looks like he grabbed the gate again.
What are you up to, Damon Ulysses?
So,
Ulysses.
I spilled my drink and it broke, and then he started freaking the hell out, and I was like, I would gesture over to the woman, like, go make sure that he's okay.
All right. She walks over. You all right down there? She just like taps the heel of her the edge of her heel on your skull. Bong bong.
I'd conclude the smoke.
Okay.
Unresponsive. Just
I'll run over.
Wait, before
yeah.
you run over, if she's walking up front, I'm assuming the guard is in front of me.
Yeah.
I kind of like look over to Damon, just like,
Ulysses.
Or Ulysses.
You wouldn't know who's who at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair. I would look
You
over
would
to
look
Ulysses.
over at Ulysses.
Be like,
And I would just like cock my head to the side and look confused. And then I would turn to Mark II and run over and start like.
She would just kick the side of his head. I think he did.
Hold on. On his face.
Mr. Tannenbaum walks over. I got something that'll fix that. He reaches into his jacket.
Bang.
Unloads the whole foot.
Now he did.
solved it.
Bye, Mark. Don, you know how long I spent making that math? Do not do that to me.
Mark
I
3,
made
dude.
Mark
We
3,
run it back.
yeah.
Mark 3.
Mark 4 it would have to be now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He pulls out a small vial, uncorks it, and reaches over and just dumps it into your mouth. And I would say that you
AOL
have a
dial-up tones.
sensation come over you.
Oh boy.
Titillating.
Can I start with I sit up like the Undertaker?
Absolutely. Let's see.
DJ, you remember in like Futurama when Bender gets the doomsday device inside of him and he has to keep dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the Mark II. Do the Mark II.
Gotta find which one. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it is a like black powder, almost the consistency of like gunpowder, that he dumps into your mouth, and you feel a like white hot burning sensation in the sensors in your mouth, which fades, and all of the little like aches that you felt when you tumbled and broke a chair and fell to the ground go away. And you feel yourself almost like elongating a little bit, where you feel like you could just like reach further. You feel loose, as if you're young, like there is no tension in your body whatsoever.
This compound.
Mhm.
Did it look
Like gunpowder.
familiar?
Yeah, let me see what you got.
So I've got these guys,
Not those.
and also these guys. That bottom one.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like that.
Brimgrin.
Brimgrin, yeah. You sit up.
Like
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Hell yeah, Don.
And he just puts his cane on the edge of your shoulder. You feeling all right?
I feel great.
That's good.
Feel like I never got shocked by that fence.
That's good, I guess. Sorry about that. What can I do you for? Why are you here?
Well-
Apologies, you don't look like you enjoying the scenery much, so you must want something.
I do, yeah. You see, I'm new to Beacon's End, just taking in the sights and the experiences. And one of y'all guards asked me if I was looking to suppress or restore memories. I said I was looking for acceptance, and he said it's best I talk to you. And so here I am.
Acceptance of what kind?
Well,
Acceptance of yourself or acceptance among others?
think of myself.
You ashamed of who you are?
I don't know that I've been me long enough to be ashamed of who I am.
Who else you been?
Well, I was me, but
But you ain't know who you are.
right. I was undefined, restricted. I existed, but I wasn't me. I only became me, recent. And well, as I'm sure you could imagine, finding myself a metal man makes it a little odd.
Met a man?
I met a man, and now I feel odd inside.
Metal Man?
I'm actively trying to give you CPR after you sat up. I'm just sitting there like, fucking, huh? Yeah, I'd definitely be standing up off my knees and like cleaning myself up, make myself not look disheveled after rushing over to help you.
Thanks for your help, Ulysses.
You know this man.
Were you a fan?
Yeah,
Oh, you must have known me from my days in Claire Lux.
that's where it was, Claire Lux. You ever have the name but not the face?
It happens. When you watching me dance, you're not paying attention to my face.
Right, it's the feet. I remember your feet.
Was that good, John?
Remember your feet?
Was that good?
Why were you staring at his feet?
Oh, you a foot man.
It always gets away from me. That's always what happens.
I recognize them toes.
Mark 2 is a foot man. Huh? No.
He reaches into his jacket, fiddles with something for a moment, and pulls out a small vial of a red, orange, shimmery powder with gold flecks in it. Sets it down in front of you. You take that before you go to sleep. You're going to fix all your problems with finding out who you are.
I'll give that a try. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whisper time?
No.
No?
Different.
Miss
I
it.
don't think it's on your list. Yeah, because he's not giving him like a memory thing.
Okay. I was just trying to identify the drug.
Yep. Andy, what are you doing outside with the guard?
He
Yeah,
said,
what are you doing outside with the guard?
What would you like to know? He, I don't even know who you are.
Who?
He said something to the effect of, like, once you take this, you'll know who you are.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's like just as you guys are walking out the door.
Yeah.
You stand with the guard or you turn him back inside?
I think I would start to approach Mr. Tenenbaum.
Okay. You'd break away from Martin.
Probably like a step or two, nothing
Yeah.
too crazy.
I'm so scared. Let me come with you.
I mean,
Hold
but
on.
you'd have been like on his back as he's walking outside, so he'd feel you pull away.
Yeah.
You going back inside?
I was hoping to ask Mr. Tenenbaum a question.
All right. I'll check out what's going on out there. Keep you safe.
I appreciate it.
He turns and walks out. You walk over to Mr. Tannenbaum.
Wait, is he staying outside to...
The guard is, yeah, he's walking outside.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You turn and walk back inside.
Okay.
Mr. Tenenbaum, you said that medicine would help him find out who he is, but who exactly are you?
I'm Richard Tannenbaum, gentleman of Beacon's End. What can I do you for?
Well, I heard that you had a nice establishment, as I've seen with my own eyes, and
Indeed I do.
but it's a place for new beginnings for some folks like myself.
That is what Beacon's End is for.
How long has this been here? I am new to Beacon's End.
I've been here a long time.
But
Watch
you look
the city
so,
come up.
You look so young, though.
I take good care of myself. Young at heart.
Isn't that what really matters? Or at least I've been told.
Depends who you talk to. But depends on what you're looking for and what you're trying to do in life. What steps you take towards a better tomorrow.
And you can offer that to people. Better tomorrows.
For a price.
And what do you normally deal in terms of payment?
Depends on what you're looking for.
What if I don't know what I'm looking for?
Then you hang around, you meet enough folk in here, you find something. I ain't charged for that. You stay as long as you like.
And all these folks here, your friends?
We all friends. In the club.
In the club. We all friends.
I hate you.
I am actively trying to like filibuster, just like he said, cause a distraction, and this is me just like, so where are you to? Where are you from? Where
Sure.
you been? Like just
Upstairs, you close the door behind you. The two of you upstairs hear a door close directly below you.
What does the area that I'm within look like?
Sure. This appears to be a like pseudo office area. It comprises a large part of the second floor. There is a like several bookshelves with files on the back. There is a desk in the center. There are a litany again of more rust things just around. There are two larger armchairs on either side of the room, and there is a set of stairs that goes up and winds upwards, no door.
Is it in the central area behind the desk, or is it again on the exterior kind of wrapping up?
Central area behind the desk, wrapping up and in.
So for the things immediately in the vicinity along the walls for where I'm looking, like as I'm pulling doors closed, what's on walls like right here within a couple feet of the molding of the door frame?
Sure. Immediately on either side of the wall, not kidding, nudes of Mr. Tannenbaum. Paintings either side of the door. Paintings either side of the door.
Okay. Anything below them?
Yeah, there's like a small, like,
I'm looking for anything heavy.
yeah, like console tables.
Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah, like two console tables on either side.
Okay. So I'm going to brandish my rope real quick, and I'm going to weave it. Is it one handle or is it two handles on the door? Not on his cocks.
One handle.
One
no,
hand.
it's two handles.
That's why I was asking, because it's
two
double
handles.
doors.
No,
Yeah,
it's
two
one
handles.
handle. You
I
gotta
am
use both
figure
hands.
8 weaving through with enough slack to go in singular direction towards heavy object and tying around base.
Sure.
So weaving through both, again, not the painting. It's 3D, right? Like cocks coming out
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
horizontally.
yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, I'm fixing it.
There's a doorknob.
So
That's
I'm
not the knob.
weaving through, and then once I am done that and secure the knot, the 1 minute for enthrall would have concluded.
Sure.
I would quick cast for ritual caster. I would quick cast detect magic once again. So
Okay.
it's action.
Okay. Yeah.
So 10 feet, sensational aura to be able to discern magical shit.
Yep.
And then I am like dashing through room
Okay.
around perimeter.
Prepare a raccoon eggs.
Around the perimeter.
Around the perimeter of said room, literally just looking at bookcases, the paintings, all of these things to see if any of them exude any magical auras.
Okay.
Like rust objects and decorations included. I'm not going to leave anything fucking unobserved.
Sure. Absolutely. While I'm
Yeah.
pondering that, what are the two of you doing upstairs?
I'm doing kind of similar.
They would definitely hear me fucking
That's what I was gonna
running
say.
through the area also as a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because then I would definitely peer in and look in, and obviously they're
Yeah,
not
you-
there anymore. So
You
I would
like
walk in.
put your tail on the edge of the railing and lean down, and you see Ulysses rushing around the room.
I want this room that they were sitting in.
Mhm.
I want to like very quickly explore this
Sure.
this space. Like what kind of room would you say this is? Like a
It's like a lofty bedroom.
so if there's any drawers
Sure,
or anything,
like nightstand.
nightstand,
Okay.
Is there actually a bed up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
under pillows,
I would
like
specifically look Are the nudes in this room?
They're downstairs
down
with me.
They're in a different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys are in a loft up above.
The
So, like,
bedroom.
I'm down here. There's a staircase at back of the room. You guys are up in that loft.
Okay.
Yep.
We're like, let me know if you find any journals. I love reading about people's private stuff. Don't tell anyone that.
Honey.
Have I got some
people's pride and
recommendations for you?
And then I just like I brush myself off, and I would re-up my robot with some more like firecracker stuff.
Okay.
I just have that ready.
Okay.
I look at you and I'm like, while you're searching, are we like, are we trying to, what are we trying to do right now?
I mean, you wanted a distraction. I think they got it covered. I'm looking for these, what do we call it? The tags.
Yeah, that's right.
And they, I mean, I'm at this point. I'm snooping for anything that can help us.
Good idea. All right. So, these echo tags. That's what we're looking for. You think they on Tannenbaum, or are they like hiding around someplace? Maybe a vault or like a safe or something? Cause like we can figure that out real quick.
I mean, I have no idea. As far as we're aware, he just got them this morning, so they might not be secured. We don't even know if they're here, but if there's any clues, I'm hopefully gonna find them.
Well, we obviously snuck in. Should we make our way into the area where people are probably about, or are we staying up here, just keeping an eye?
I'm not planning on getting seen. You should probably plan for the same.
All right, well, you can snoop around here. I'll just get back on the roof then.
Okay.
Okay. You're back on the
Screw
roof?
up. Yep.
You're on distraction
Also,
duty?
The journal.
I go back on the roof.
Yeah. You're searching for stuff. Are you detecting magic, you said, or no?
Nope.
Just, okay,
yeah,
you don't
I
have
don't-
right.
I am
Searching.
searching for the first time in my D&D career. I got like almost no magic.
Yeah.
I
Make an
am-
investigation check.
Okay, I think I do have something that helps me with that though because of my,
Sniff check.
I can't even sniff.
She's not even a sniffer.
I'm not even a sniffer. The eye for detail. You can use bonus action to make perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or make. That's probably not helpful. Okay. Yep. So just investigation.
Mm-hmm.
These are so hard to read. 19.
Okay. Back downstairs, Ulysses, you cast Detect Magic. Immediately, the paintings behind you give you transmutation. Additionally, there are a litany of pings around the entire space as you are rushing around. There is pings of divination in the upper corners of the ceiling of the room. There is illusion on the paintings as well. There is a litany of pings of a lot of the different, pretty much a litany of the classes on things on the shelves. There's like a small vial that has abjuration on it. There are, because there's just
There are potions.
There's potions.
Yeah.
There's the rust things are giving off different pings of magic. It's almost overwhelming that there is so much stuff in here. Are you looking for a specific class? Or are you just trying to gauge what's in here?
Initially, I would genuinely do like the 90-second or whatever run through of this lower level.
Sure.
Gauge what has what. the two that I'm looking for predominantly are illusion and abjuration. Transmutation and divination are also interesting.
Okay.
Once I see that there's divination in the corners,
Yeah.
I would just tip my cap at one
Yeah.
and continue running as quick as I can.
Yeah. Yeah. You are rushing around this space. I will say that you find, in a like large glass cabinet, there are a litany of potions that ping abjuration on the upper shelf of that, of various colored liquids.
Okay.
There are very clearly like other various drugs in here too. This is
Yep.
like substance cabinet.
Yep.
You get pings for that. There is like a ping of divination inside of a large shelf full of files.
Full of files.
Yeah, like a large shelf of files.
Yeah, I would absolutely grab whatever within there has divination magic around it.
Yep, you reach inside and start ruffling through the files and like pull something to the back, and you can see that there is a small little wooden box that gives off divination.
Like cube?
Cube.
Like a box.
Yeah, it
Does
doesn't
have a
look.
lid?
It doesn't look like there's a lid.
Okay.
It's just a like perfectly sealed wooden.
Yeah, that's just
Cube.
going in my pocket. I'm
Yep.
continuing.
Yep, take it.
Dang it.
I don't know what you are, but I'm gonna take you home.
Yeah.
You're coming home with me.
Anything in
Another box of
particular
red chickens.
around the desk in the central area?
Yes, and you said you're looking for abjuration
And illusion.
and illusion.
The divination, I already.
Yeah, you saw those pings
I'm
already.
fucked. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
fine.
Yep.
The once I've completed the things, I'm going back to the two paintings because obviously they're by the door.
Yes.
But like in this workaround, I would definitively pay close attention to that central desk.
Yeah, absolutely. You get illusion on the like pinging from the central like pull-out drawer. Like if you step around
Yeah.
the like larger
Yeah,
drawer
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
If
center.
this is like a writer's desk and this
Yes.
is the like long central
Yeah.
illusion on it,
Yes.
It's a mimic.
not that. All right. Before I do this, would I hear either their conversation or any movements from the loft upstairs?
I would say you hear them. They weren't talking that quietly.
I mean,
Okay.
I would have probably been talking pretty quietly.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Barry wasn't.
yeah.
Barry was pretty loud.
So if I
I
heard,
assume people are distracted and
Yeah.
stuff, and that I heard someone rummaging and shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be more focused on that, so I'm just yapping.
if
Yeah.
I heard Barry's voice during the course of this while
Yeah.
I am running, I would say like when I'm at this area,
Yeah.
like at the base of the steps, like ascending up to the loft at the desk and seeing that, when I see illusion, I would just halt, and I assume this is probably. You said you were going back out onto the balcony
On the like up
for
on
where
the
you
roof.
guys are. When I stop here, seeing illusion, I would just say up, not yelling or anything. You're gonna hear a loud bang in a moment. Get the fuck out of the building and get back to the house. And then I'm going to just beeline around the perimeter that I had not covered,
Yep.
back to the two paintings, and I'm going to just full paw claw at. Because transmutation and illusion. Illusion to me, Ulysses know, is revealed by physical contact.
Yeah.
So like I am clawing at whatever fucking canvas
Yeah.
or whatever this is painted at, trying to see if this is obscuring something, like there's something behind it.
Yeah, you claw along the painting, and it almost like warbles like the painting in Super Mario 64 a little
Like
bit.
there's Yep.
Yeah, and your hand goes through it, and you touch the wall on the other side, and there's like a small little like knob there.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna retract my hand on this first one right through the cock. Pick the painting
Yeah.
up and just like toss it to the ground beside me.
Yeah,
Safe.
not a safe.
Just
you see
a-
that there's just a small brass knob in the center of the
So
like pretty flush with the wall. 'cause the
Martucci's
edges was over the
nose.
top of
so
it.
then if it's just a knob and it's not a dial, I'm gonna try to fucking pull that.
Might not.
Yeah,
It's upstairs.
you pull, and the stone in front of you like shifts ever so slightly,
Yep.
and you can now see with a ripple out into the rest of the house.
Okay, so it's just a vantage point for being able to see discreetly?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, fuck this painting.
Yep.
Don't give a fuck about it. Get why it's here. on this perimeter as I'm running around, nothing else gave off illusion.
Correct.
Then I'm running back to the base of the steps ascending, looking at that writer's desk, and I'm going to say, whatever the fuck the words are, I'm going to cast Shatter on this shit. And
Okay.
I'm going to blow this the fuck up in the direction of the door.
Okay. Yeah, you shatter and the desk explodes in front of you.
the verbal
Papers go
component for that?
everywhere.
Oh yeah.
All of you downstairs.
But did I find anything before?
Yeah,
that
I didn't get
happened?
to. I didn't get to you
Just-
yet. I didn't get to you yet. Yeah. Give me a second.
We're exploding. I'm
I
like,
know. You all hear this cacophony of crashing wood sounds from up the stairs. You find upstairs, as you were investigating, you creep around the space. You do, in the bedside drawer, find a journal that Barry had requested. It's not the only thing you find. You do find that. I'm just
Yep.
mentioning it. Are you taking it or are you leaving it?
Richard's journal.
Is
to
there?
Barry. You're in
if
the,
I
You're in
open-
the dedication.
The front page of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look
Special moves.
like something
Shit,
very
find this,
carefully
it's full Barry.
taken, or something that like with like drunken scroll in it and
Very carefully taken.
Bubbly fonts like dear diary.
now they know we're here. I'm gonna pocket the journal.
Yeah, you
I
find the
mean,
journal.
I would be
It's-
running around
yeah.
the room for multiple minutes. Like, I don't necessarily think that you opening a drawer takes multiple minutes.
No, yeah,
No,
there's other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if that thing going missing is
The pros and cons
yeah,
of the
pros and-
journal being there or not.
All right.
But you're causing a ruckus downstairs.
Yeah,
they know
fucking with shit.
They know something's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So
They're getting robbed.
Yeah. You find the journal.
Yeah.
Upstairs, behind the you're creeping around the room. Behind the dresser at the back of the room, there is a gap that you slip your finger into, and you can feel metal behind the dresser.
Can I pull? Like when you say metal,
Like against the wall, like a metal piece on the wall.
Like a metal
Plate?
plate?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like your hands are touching metal. Like if you're reaching behind the dresser, where this is
yeah.
stone and wood, you touch metal.
Can I? How heavy is the dresser? Can I lift it without making too much noise and kind of shift
It's heavy.
it?
You'd have to push it.
Are we on carpet or is this like a hardwood?
There's a rug.
All right, then I'll push it.
Yeah, you take a minute and push this out. You can see that behind the dresser, there is a very small metal safe embedded into the wall.
I'm gonna try and open it
Okay.
and see if it's locked.
It is locked.
Worth a shot.
Hey, that's the first question
Yeah.
you have to ask. 9 times out of 10 people don't ask the question, is it open?
Is this like a fancy safe? Like how, or does it look really simple?
I mean, it's on the simpler side.
If I take out a dagger and kind of wedge it in there, can I shimmy it open?
Sure, make a dex check.
Kind of rogue ain't got
Do you have thieves' tools? Yeah.
No. Oh no, I do have thieves' tools.
I was gonna say, what kind of rogue are you?
I just assumed you must
I'm
not
a
have
forger.
them.
I'm not usually.
Thieving.
Tools of the trade.
Yeah, I have thieves' tools. So,
I speak thieves can't.
Right?
carry
Don't have thieves' tools.
listen.
I talk the talk, but I don't walk the walk.
Wax.
Yes. Okay. So I do have I do have
wax.
thieves' tools.
All right.
So I'm gonna try and get into the safe. What is? I add proficiency to that then, right?
Mm-hmm.
+2. And what did you say the check was?
It would be a thieves'
Dex.
tools check
It's a
with his
thieves' tools
dex.
check, so.
Dex plus your proficiency.
8. Right, because I think that already adds the proficiency. It's not good. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So plus,
Yeah, I think it's your dex mod plus your proficiency mod.
Okay.
because I think that already adds the proficiency on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, because it's 5 plus 3.
Yeah.
Okay. You wedge the dagger in there, and you are sitting with it for a moment. How long are you going to try to open this with the dagger? Like, is that your primary focus?
Is this before or after Ulysses called up the stairs?
This would have been after, because Barry would have had to have been in the room. But he still ran around for a couple minutes before doing that, so.
He said a few moments, so I'll give it a little bit of time. I would like to try and get the safe open.
Okay. Yeah. You wedge this dagger in and really try to get into this lock, and it takes you a minute or two, and you feel like you just have it, but not quite. And downstairs there is a cacophony as this desk explodes outward into the space in front of you. And downstairs, all of you hear that cacophony from behind you, and Mr. Tannenbaum just whips his head up towards the door upstairs. Because we've got visitors, folks.
Does this happen often?
More often than you'd think. And we're going to end there.
Oh dear.
Thank you all very much for hanging out this evening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been forever. Hello, Claudio. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will not be live next week because it's Cinco de Mayo, and people are busy. But we will be live the week after that, and then we will be off for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back again on June 2nd. So you got us one more time in the month of May. But thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for the follows, and as always, we love you, and we will see you next time out there on the frontier.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Well, bye.